The Red Cauldron, a 1.3 kilometre roller coaster slicing through the red earth. To win here, you must be perfect every time. No hesitation, full commitment. Maximum attack. Welcome to the FIA World Rallycross Championship from Nyirád in Hungary. Round 3 of the FIA World Rallycross Championship. You join us as we get ready for the semi-finals and the final from this epic venue. What an incredible backdrop. Look at that behind us. And look at these two wonderful faces next to me. My name's Andrew Coley. This is Andreas Bakkerud, who's been on commentary duties all weekend. And, of course, Clara Anderson, one of the two drivers from CE Dealer Team. We're getting ready to say semi-finals coming up. Euro RX3, Euro RX, World RX as well. Take a look at these drone shots coming in on your pictures there. All of the tents around the outside of this place. It's about 30 Celsius. It's an absolutely packed house. They've been wandering around the paddock, meeting the drivers. The track conditions are perfect, and we are getting ready for a banger of an afternoon, so don't go anywhere. World Championship driver standings, Niklas Gronholm at the top on 52 points, 5 points behind Johan Kristoffersson. That's after qualifying. Timmy Hansen, Ola Christian Baby, Kevin Hansen, Nyirád and Patrick O'Donovan, Clara Anderson. Gronholm versus Kristoffersson. It's been tight. Kristoffersson took the TQ here. Gronholm's been on the pace. He managed to nick a place back from Ola Christian Baby right at the end of qualifying as well. Look at the crowd. Everything's good. Andreas, how are we feeling?
Very, very good. Like you said, 5 points is between Niklas and Johan Kristoffersson. Johan only managed to take one after the qualifying heats. He scored 3 points, Niklas 2. Niklas is stable. That's awesome to see. He's been up there all like through Lousada, through Höljes, and now here. It looks great.
Clara, obviously Niklas is your teammate. He's deep in that championship fight. I know you'll be focusing on your own results, but you work as a team. How's the atmosphere? Oh, my bad. There you go.
No, it's great. Like Andreas mentioned, Niklas has been super solid all year so far, and the pace has been really good. But the biggest thing is like no mistake, consistently fast, and yeah, it looks like that on the leaderboard as well.
And how are you feeling in terms of conditions? We can see they're out watering the track. And look at this. Look at the information you're getting here.
Wow. Yeah.
Aye.
No, I think it's going to be a good semi-final. For sure, the grip is coming more and more, but yeah, it's going to be close.
Looking forward to a fantastic afternoon of racing. The umbrellas are up here because of the sun, whereas the umbrellas were up last time, of course, at Höljes because of the rain. So I think, Clara, what do you prefer, rain or dust?
I think dust, because then you can at least see maybe a braking light. In the rain, it's usually a mess with the wipers.
So nothing at all. Here's a look at this incredible track. Andreas, talk us around it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a unique track, and what you don't see here is a lot of elevation. You kind of start in the middle of the track, kind of downhill, and then you go up to turn 1, 2, 3, 4, which is the highest section of the track, down to the hairpin in turn 8. Over the last few corners, turn 9 and 10 is very crucial. Good to have an EV car in that area, because you kind of have to stall the car before you go across the line.
The crowd are going absolutely mad behind us as they get ready to see the action towards the end of the weekend. This is the action that's happened so far, all 4 qualifying sessions from the World Rallycross Championship. This was Clara.
That was tight between you and Kevin.
But it wasn't. Yeah, there was another one that was tighter than that. This was Patrick O'Donovan up the hill. Rukkonen, when he'd won his start and then ran a bit wide, had an issue with the car. I think that was a boost leak, if I remember correctly. Johan Kristoffersson won the first session. This was the one where Clara and Kevin came together. I guess you couldn't even see him. It was so marginal.
Yeah, and I mean, he's coming faster, but also from the rear, so I have no chance of seeing him. Just race incidents.
Absolutely. Gronholm here trying to find a way out the inside, but Niklas there with a championship head on, definitely, Andreas. Just a little bit less risk.
Yeah, absolutely. As you mentioned, you and Kevin has been neck and tight the whole weekend. Always like a very thin margin in between you guys.
Some big saves down in turn 1. This was Niklas leading Clara earlier. Clara, some brilliant driving from you in that one. Rukkonen made a mistake on the final lap. Kristoffersson took it again. He's proving hard to beat. He managed to edge his teammate out with the tactics. Baby did come through. This was Patrick O'Donovan with a really aggressive but impressive drive to get himself in behind Timmy. It ran Timmy a bit deep, that ran Kevin deep. He then was up the inside of Kevin. And Patrick went on to do some fantastic times and crucially a mistake-free run to take a race win there. Final one, this was Clara. Talk us through that.
Yeah, I mean, I had a mega launch, but we locked the wheels together, which just sent me out.
You could look at this.
Yeah.
Tanner Faust would be proud of this, and you know he drives Hollywood stunts. I mean, you know, maybe you should. They get a decent day rate. Maybe we should line you up for some of that. But
sounds good.
It's not what Clara wants. What Clara wants, of course, is to be up at the top of the table. And we look forward to her battling her way through. She qualified in 6th. Hansen, Timmy 5th. Patrick O'Donovan 4th, the highest internal Russians. Ola Christian Baby, Niklas Donovan and Johan Kristoffersson. Don't count out Kevin Hansen and Juha Rutkinen. Now, earlier on, Andreas Bakkerud went and saw our top qualifier, Kristoffersson, had a look around their engineering office in the truck.
Yeah, I'm stood down here with KMS and Johan Kristoffersson in their secret room. I don't think ever we have recorded anything in here. What's going on in here?
Yeah, no, Andrew sneaked in yesterday, but yeah, it's not much secrets going on. I mean, at least not for us. But yeah, this is the room where we try and have our meetings. After every session, we go here, try and have a debrief together with the engineers, like all teams do. So we go here and try and discuss, you know, tactics and how the car behaves and what changes we're gonna do and stuff like that. We have some screens and stuff we can analyze V-Box and yeah, prepare ourselves for the next race.
I obviously spot blaze spots for reaction time. You got Tommy Kristoffersson in the background, all the TV screen, all the Christian Baby, and all the engineers on your left. Top qualifier, satisfied?
Yes, yeah, definitely. I mean, last 9 qualifying heats has been good, so yeah, very pleased with that. And we see, like in the last start, that it's really tricky to get to that first corner, and then from there on go through turn 1, turn 2. So yeah, it's 3 points for the championship, but I mean the big points hands out now, so just have to keep making good starts, and from there on the car is really comfortable on track. So yeah, we're looking forward.
Thank you, Johan and KMS.
We're getting ourselves ready for Euro RX3 here, which if we're old school, and me and Andreas have decided we are, that's Super 1600. Clara's not old school, Clara's new school, because Clara's young and has the best reaction times in the FIA World Rallycross Championship. I know we keep going on about it, but you're in a Yahtzee championship with Niklas Gronholm. You played beach volleyball. How many times this weekend now?
3 times.
And what happened?
2-1.
So you got one back?
Yeah.
Because the Gronholm car had won both of those encounters.
Yeah.
They're at the same hotel as us, so we've been floating about in the swimming pool, and they've been over. What on earth made you want to play beach volleyball when it's this hot? You've been in the car all day.
Yeah, now, last night I just went for a swim instead.
Okay, so any opportunity to compete, basically?
Basically, yes.
And Niklas is doing well on the Yahtzee Championship, isn't he?
No, but I'm beating him this weekend.
Okay, I need you to teach me Yahtzee. I've no idea.
Oh, it's the best game in the world.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Do you know how to play Yahtzee?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, it's
man.
horrible. I only do it in the winter in the cabin.
Yeah.
I think these guys do it in the downtime in between. Okay, but the most important one is the reaction time, and I know Niklas hates it because every time I mention it, he gets the hump and Clara's smiling. So
also, one thing to pay in mind here is that Niklas is kind of a tall person. Reaction time down to the pedals. From his brain down to his feet. It's a long way to travel, you know. I think this.
So I don't know. Can I use that as my excuse for bad reaction times?
Yes.
Okay, so you don't think it's age, you think it's height?
Yes.
There could be a split second as it travels down. On your screen, you guys can see all the various different bits of qualifying championship standings. Ribeiro, look, has extended his championship lead over Richard Gerkles. He's been TQ here. Nearly got a clean sweep. Look, we've got RX3 coming up next, remember, so that's why we're talking about it. 1/1000th of a second he lost Q3 by, which is unbelievable.
Yeah, that's crazy, especially on a track like this. Like, it's so easy to make a small mistake, drop one wheel out in the dust, and you lose half a second. So to be that close, that's really cool.
I kind of want to know what it was. Now, I know that
how much was the gap?
They will both have made a 10th here and a 100th there, weren't they?
Yeah.
But 1/1000th, like, what did he do? Like, I don't know, did he breathe in at the wrong moment? And you know what I mean?
The reaction time.
Yes, true. See, Clara would have won that session with their amazing reactions. If you're wondering what's going on behind us, this is the local support category. We had one at Höljes. I can see a Slavomir Wallach over the back here. That's his BMW going through the shot.
I raced against him in Höljes, actually. Brilliant start.
Yes. Yeah.
I think he has a V8 in his...
it's huge, and he's putting a supercharger on it for the next event, he told us at lunchtime.
Oh, is he?
Patrick O'Donovan's team getting the car ready. The cars come here absolutely mint, like you could eat your dinner off the footwell, you really could. But literally by the time they've done one run, you know, they're starting to get a bit dirty when it's dusty as well. well. There's a bunch of stuff. So yeah, Andreas, a lot of prep going on ahead of the series.
Yeah, I know a lot of these guys' crew, and these guys used to run Tony Barty's cars back in the days. And if you remember Tony Barty's cars, they are in mint conditions. They even polished the engine room and engine bay. It's amazing.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got a little bit of a delay here while we get some track repairs done because the Turn 1 barrier has been damaged in the support category. So me and Andreas, you'll know this series about the battle of the technology. So Patrick O'Donovan, for instance, is running an internal combustion car, as is Juha Rukkanen. Clara Anderson and her teammate Niklas Granholm are electric, as is most of the rest of the field. And there's been an adjustment. So they make adjustments. Andreas did all the balance of performance testing at the start of the season. So the equalisation of technology is what we like to call it. If you're finding that a bit complicated, we went out and tried to make you a simple guide. Have a look at this. So 2025 Battle of the Technologies, we're here at Juha Rukkanen's car. He's running internal combustion. It hasn't gone their way so far. He won in Turkey last year, but we've had the equalisation of technology. What's the advantages and disadvantages?
Well, with the EV cars being very, very strong at the start, especially Lousada, which is our first event, kind of 3 hairpins, high tarmac or high grip on the tarmac, very efficient for EV cars, where the ICE cars have been struggling. But we saw Juha winning starts on wet in Höljes, so I have still faith in the ICE cars.
And there has been a little change. Now that change, Andreas, is that the FIA have looked at the data and said what?
They've basically changed the weight of the ICE car, reduced it with 15 kilos, and also reduced 15 kilowatts of torque in the electric car.
So advantage towards internal combustion. We're at the grid here, they're cleaning it, and the water is running away from the grid, and that gives away a little bit of the secret about this track on the start.
There is a little small compression just after the start here. It makes a big difference on consistency of the line.
So in the first 3 metres of this track, could we see the difference made? Might it be advantage IC? We'll find out. So there you go, that gives you a little idea of what they're doing in between events. So you take away a bit of power, take away a bit of weight, and try and make things happen. So while we wait for the track to get repaired, it's a brilliant venue. We've got a wonderful driver alongside us, and she just happens to be the driver who we took her laps for this morning. So Clara, please talk us around this place. Here we go.
Yeah, so this was a warm-up, so I just tried to simulate a race start. Here you need to take quite some height to come around and just keep the V-min as high as possible.
Very tricky with the concrete tarmac combination there, right?
And here, a kind of scrappy lap, but decent one.
Well, tell us what you didn't like. What did you like?
Here I dropped a right wheel out, so I got a bit over-rotated and lost quite a lot going down here. But this braking was decent. Here you need to be like on the limit, like you can't feel comfortable, then it's too slow.
It's so brave there.
Yeah, and here you need to follow the line of the grip. It's getting wider and wider, but it's very slippery if you drop a wheel out, and then here it's just to again work on the line. But yeah, it's a tricky track, but it has really nice rhythm.
Absolutely fantastic. Are we 2 laps? Have we got 2 laps?
Oh,
Can I ask you a question? In turn number 9.
Yeah. No,
have you ever noticed the dip on the inside where you can hook your wheel inside close to the barrier on the inside, where you kind of destroy your front bumper a little bit?
Little bit. And here you can see also I dropped the right wheel out, got stuck under steer and lost like 9/10 on the second lap here. But
whereabouts?
In between 4 and 5. Right. It's so fine line that you need to carry so much speed, but you can't drop a right wheel out. And here, again, a little bit too wide, just get the optimal traction. So it's so fine margins. But here, as like Andreas said, the track condition is getting rougher and rougher. And on the inside, if you can get the wheel position perfectly, you have so much grip.
Wow, so you guys hook a rut, and it's close enough that you would damage the barrier. Oh, sorry, damage your bumpers.
Yeah.
But if it's, if there's a 10th in it, it's not my bumper.
Exactly.
That's pretty much, well, sometimes it is your bumper, but for Clara, it's not her bumper. Thank you so much for talking us around. Much appreciated. I know we've got you for about 1 minute more.
Can I ask, did you feel any difference on the 15 kilowatts less?
Yeah, a lot. Yeah. Quite a lot, actually.
In the starts?
I think all over the track, really, especially compared to last year here.
How many horsepower is that?
70.
No. Is it 70? Really? Yeah, okay, wow. So it's a lot.
Compared to last year. So it's quite a lot, but it is what it is, but let's see what happens now in the semi.
All right, get out there and send it. We were told we had you until 2:15.
Yeah.
But I'm going to let you go 15 seconds early. Thanks,
Great.
mate. Good luck, all right? Get out there. We'll be cheering for you.
Thank you.
Fantastic. We're so lucky to have the drivers coming to join us. Good luck to Clara. She's heading down there now to go and get in her car and get herself ready. We're going to show you the starts from yesterday for the World Championship. And Andreas, World Rallycross stars, talk us through some of the starts, Andreas. And we'll get an idea here of... it has been carnage here. So
this is
yesterday.
all EV cars.
Yesterday's starts, yeah. So go for it. I mean, far away, we can have a chat about it.
I mean, the EV cars are very consistent and very, very even. It depends a little bit on grip levels and stuff, line position. This was a very crucial start from Johan. He knew to win the start, he needed to round the best reaction timer specialist ever, Clara, and he did.
And he said, though, didn't he? He said, I didn't want to take that much risk, but sometimes you have to.
You saw a lot of wheel spin from Patrick there. He even got tires smoke from his tires. Great from Johan Ritkonen in an ICE car, speaking both Kevin and Ole Christian Baby in EV cars.
Here we go.
Another great one with Patrick starting P2, elbows out, squeezing Clara into the wall, and won the start. Beat the EV cars.
Let's get ourselves ready then for the semi-finals for Euro RX3, what was known as Super 1600. 1600 front-wheel drive screamers. On the pole, your top qualifier and championship leader, Johan Ribeiro. Next to him is Balázs Kormocsi. Then it's Samuel Kovacs and Nicholas Gellins. And then Rogerio Souza and Thomas Vech bringing up the back of the pack. We've got two packed semi-finals for the RX3 guys. And a good start here is going to be absolutely crucial, particularly for Ribeiro. Remember, Ribeiro missed the final last time out in Höljes. He was fourth in the semi. You won't want to make that mistake again. He's got a local driver alongside him. Samuel Kovacs. There's 3 Hungarians in this one. So Ribeiro on the right, Kormocsi on the left on the front row. Ribeiro gets away well. Gellins got away well on the second row. Going to try and shut the door on Kovacs on the inside, but Ribeiro gets the whole shot. Kovacs is going to get there before Gellins. They all slot in. That is one of the most sensible starts I've ever seen.
It looks like a train, you know?
Yeah, so Thomas Vech got up the inside of Rogerio Souza in turn 2, but Ribeiro leads up at the top. Really sensible.
Yeah, absolutely. Yorkie, is Balázs Kormocsi. Very hard name for me to pronounce yet, so I call him Yorkie. It's his nickname here in Hungary. Very, very quick driver. He's overdriving his car a little bit at times and struggling with the car with the starts compared with Johan Ribeiro. But when Johan is in his form and in his zone, he's been brilliant.
He was up here, wasn't he, in commentary, and just looked pretty calm and collected to me, I guess. I think he was P2 in the standings last year, wasn't he? Yeah, he was. He'd be desperate, won't he, to take that title.
Yeah.
And it depends on them on money, whether they move on or not, but it doesn't matter if it's, if he was to win the European Championship for Super 1600 and then you don't carry on, that's okay. But what you don't want to do is to go, I was P2, like...
I would love to see him in Euro RX1.
Me too.
I think he's a brilliant driver, and coming from RX3, you have a good benefit coming to an all-wheel drive car. Also, I know Senegatnik even hired Johan to come here to Hungary to help him set up his car. He's a kind of an expert in RX3.
So I'm intrigued, Andreas, because obviously you won 2 titles in this before moving on to Supercar. You see some people
you see Yorkie drop the wheel there.
And look at the difference he makes.
A little mistake costs you 4 or 5 tenths, you know. He's coming back a little bit here on a little short straight over the finish line.
What was your experience coming from front-wheel drive to Supercar compared to, say, some of the guys who came from RX2 to Supercar, or even back in the days, touring car to Supercar? Like, have you got Ribeiro is so ridiculously tight on that barrier there.
He knows his car inside out. But to answer your question, the biggest difference was the weight. So back then, Super 1600 car, which it was called, was 1,100 kilos of weight, whereas Supercar was 1,300, with including the driver. So my first test ever was Lyden Hill in Pat Doran's car. Pat told me, take it slow the first few laps. You know what I did? I crashed his car.
No way, I knew you were going to say that.
I felt I was braking early, but I was braking way too late.
Souza with contact on Beck. You saw Kormocsi and Gellins go joker there. The white line on the left-hand side of your screen is the cut-off point. So every driver has to joker once in every lap. Every race. So all the qualifying races, the semis and the finals. The top 3 go through from each of the semis.
Yorkie, that was the closest to Johan Ribeiro, just jokered in lap 3. Looking at the sector times in lap 23.4, 23.6 from Johan, and 23.5 from Yorkie. So race is on.
And Ribeiro hasn't responded, and I thought he might. So Kovacs goes. This is a response to the drivers behind. Komachi, I'm pretty sure will get him, but Kovacs is looking to cover off. Gellin's coming through on the right-hand side. He has shot, and he does. So at the minute, it's Komachi and Kovacs.
Wide again,
a little bit
Yorkie.
wide again. So what's the gap now? 3.9 is 4. It's gone up by 1/10 of a second. That should be enough for Ribeiro to get in and out. What I was going to ask Andreas was, would you not have Joker to protect the position? But it looks like he's confident in his pace.
It's very hard to say. You know, Johan is in his zone, in his prime. He's a great driver, and he trusts that he can increase that gap even more. So he goes with his gut. This is the final lap. He's going to have to take the Joker now.
Into the Joker then for Ribeiro, coming down the outside line. Look on the inside for Komachi in the green and blue. Komachi is on that inside line. I reckon this will be good enough for Ribeiro. It'll be close, but not close enough. So João Ribeiro won all 3 out of the 4 qualifying sessions, was the top qualifier, and in semi-final 1 he's the winner. So he goes through to pole in the final. Komachi goes through to row 2. Kovacs goes through to row 3. There's not a lot in it. Look, 2.4 across the top 3.
Yeah.
If the other semi is as close as that, we're in for a great final. Rogério Sousa, and there is Vec at the back. It's Ribeiro with the win, Balázs Komachi with P2, Samuel Kovacs with P3. Those 3 drivers go through to the final. Gellins, Sousa and Tamás Vec are done for this weekend here in Hungary. So replays of that last one. I'll tell you what, Komachi didn't get away that well, did he? It looked like maybe a little bit of wheel spin, Andreas?
Yeah, he struggled the whole year with the starts. I mean, he's on a very local team, low budget. I see no sponsors on his car. You know, it is tough. You know, João Ribeiro has a lot of experience racing a Volan car. I believe. Arrest me if I'm wrong here, but
no, fine.
Has a lot of experience. I know that car is very good, and yeah, he's great starts.
This was the Joker merge. Job done for Ribeiro. Ribeiro takes semi-final number 1. He's got to be the favourite as the championship leader for the final, but turn 1, as we know, can be tricky. So this is the grid for semi-final number 2. Let's have a look and see who's on the lineup here. We've got a guest joining us in the studio as well. Jussi Pinnamaki, the boss of the CE dealer team. We'll get his exact role and title in a moment, but great to have him along here. It's a guy who Andreas is very familiar with as well. So Dominik Senegaknik on row 1 with Rytis Gerklis. Row 2 is Libor Tijes and Vaclav Tuma. And row 3 is André Sousa and Levente Cachor.
Dominik's been quick. I mean, his last Q4, Q3 was really impressive. We're joined here in the studio by
Pinnamaki,
legend. How many European Championship titles do you hold?
3.
3.
There we go, there we go. Right, we'll bring him in a sec. Let's get this start underway. Senegaknik and Gerklis on the front row. Gerklis, remember, was P2 in the standings coming here. Gerklis gets the better start, needs to try and shut the door on Senegaknik. His spotters obviously told him he's clear. Spotters Tower has a brilliant sideways view here in the background. Sousa trying to find a way through. Libor Tijes gets into P3, so nicely done by Tijes. Tuma drops into P4. So the leader then from the outside of row 1 is Rytis Gerklis.
Gerklis had a flyer in the start. I mean, I'm not sure if he gambled or not, but that was a great reaction and got the better of Senegaknik.
So Jussi, we know you in more recent years as team manager or even team owner with set promotion prior to being at CE dealer team. I think you're team manager there, is it? Or team dealer principal? What's the title?
I guess both.
Both. Okay, there we go. But your background's in driving, and a lot of people at home might not know that, but you did Super 1600 too?
Yeah, that was a long time ago, but it was 2006, 7 and 8. Yeah.
You haven't changed much though, so...
No, the look hasn't changed at all.
I think he does all right. There's not many grey hairs on Jussi Pinnamaki for a bloke who must have had a lot of things to worry about.
Very tight on the wall from Senegaknik in turn 1-2 there, using all the width of the track. Got a great exit from turn 2. So right Gerklis, on the bumper of Gerklis.
Gerklis has the quickest lap here. With Tuma and Sousa having jokered already, in theory Senegaknik could go now because the gaps are opening up a little bit further back. So will Senegaknik go? No. so they want a bit more space. You do a bit of spotting as well, I know. I mean, it's such a hard job. You know, how do you judge this? When do you go when there's this much pressure and you're so tight behind the leader?
Of course, you need to check the cars behind, the ones position 4, 5, and 6, where you end up after taking the joker. You obviously want the driver to have clean track once he returns from the joker, and obviously that wasn't the case now.
So there's a problem here.
Is there a
Gerklis, the front right is smoking like mad. Gerklis is in trouble. So Gerklis comes past the common position. Andreas Bakkerud looking at him. He's dropped so much pace. Tijes is all over. Senegaknik, sorry. Senegaknik. Oh no, disaster, Andreas. What do you think?
I think the bearing, the
inside wheel arch liner.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
No,
There's a lot of smoke though.
The wheel is kind of...
You think they've broken the track control arm on the front?
Yes.
So, and he's hit the wall. He's gone on the background. Jussi Pitämäki luckily was looking at the screen because me and Andreas were looking at each other. Double wave yellows out. He's on a very fast part of the circuit as well. Senegaknik, what a shame.
Yeah.
What a shame.
Job to be up there fighting this weekend, and he's been super strong. Brought his whole family down here. Yeah, great team.
Andreas, if they consider this safe to continue racing, that's massively going to affect the joker in terms of where it is.
Absolutely, but I think he's in the visibility of the drivers coming down the hill from turn 5, 6. Actually, when we have Jussi here, I remember we won here in 2012. I didn't really have so much pace, and we have talked about courage into turn 6, 7, down the hill in this fast section. He told me, Andreas, don't brake, just go full throttle from 6th down to 5th. It will suck the car to the ground, and then it's easier for you to carry down the speed. Do you remember that?
I don't.
I think it was you or Tony Reunanen, which was our race engineer at that time. But I'm pretty sure it was you. No,
it's a really important place here. 6, 7. Go ahead.
Sorry, no worries. My producer was shouting at me, but it was wrong. Don't worry about it. I'll call him out when it's wrong. Gerklis and Tijes still to joker. Go on, Jussi, please carry on. Sorry.
No, I was saying that the track evolution is pretty high there. So the grip is increasing, the clean line is getting wider the further we go in the weekend. So it's a lot up to the drivers as well to adapt to the changing track condition.
Gerklis has got joker on the inside of that crashed car. They're all through, which is great to see. So Gerklis and Tijes have both got through. I was worried about the position of the car. I know it's offline, but it affects that commitment. So Gerklis comes through clearly in front. Tijes loses out to Tuma. Tuma's not going super quickly here, but has made good ground. So Gerklis takes semi-final number 2 from Bakkerud Tuma, and Libor Tijes comes across in P3. And then it's Couture and Souza. But the bummer there is I think we were robbed of a great battle between Senegaknik and Gerklis at the front.
Absolutely. Just remember...
OK, let's get these cars back to the paddock. We'll get ourselves ready for Euro RX1. So that's RX3 semi-finals done, but we've got plenty still to come, so stay with us. OK, let's take a look at the results from semi-final number 2. It is Rytis Gerklis, Václav Tuma and Libor Tijes who will go through. Levente Couture, Ondrej Souza and Dominik Senegaknik won't be going any further this weekend. Shame, as I say, Senegaknik, that was looking great, but had to wait a lot. I didn't see where he damaged the car. Either of you two see where the smoke started?
I know he was very close to a barrier between 1 and 2, but I was going to say, do you remember 2010, Ilja Rakhmatulin, Timur Timurchano, in the Joker exit? Jussi used to run Super 1600
Yes,
cars.
I remember, yeah.
He had two...
The Twingos at the end.
Clios, back then, collided together. It was a massive bang.
It wasn't fun at the time.
No, I enjoyed because I was in my own team, could drive around them, but yeah.
Yeah, Andreas is looking back fondly. Jussi is looking back and thinking about how many hours they spent in the workshop repairing those 2 cars afterwards, I'm sure. So this was Gerklis up front. There it is. So did he have a barrier tap on the run down the hill? No, the smoke was before that, wasn't it? Look at it, though, absolutely pouring off. And then I reckon as he's hit the brake there, I think it's collapsed and he's ended up in the wall. Yeah. It's a real shame. That's a lot of damage as well at that speed into the wall.
Absolutely. From
the drone looking down at Gerklis. Gerklis, remember, took the win in those atrocious conditions at Höljes. It's much drier here, but it's going to be fascinating to see how he gets on the front row with João Ribeiro. Both of them, of course, in the Audi A1. Semi-final number 2 done and dusted, literally.
Gerklis is also second in the championship, so it was crucial for him to win the semi-final to be next to Ribeiro in the final.
Fans are out there, they're fanning themselves, as you can see. It gives you an idea, it really is super hot. We've got, say, everyone's got canopies up. There's a bit of shade under the trees. Those guys are sitting up above the podium on one of the fastest parts of the track. What a brilliant place to watch from this fantastic circuit. So Hungary coming up, you've got the Euro RX1 semi-finals with Justin Euro RX3. This is Mr. Jussi Pinnamaki, who is the boss of the CE dealer team. Prior to that, set promotion, GRX, bunch of different things. You're still here, Jussi, you're still enjoying it just about?
Most of the times, yes.
How's today going for you guys? Obviously, we had Clara in here, we're watching her on board. She's had some brilliant pace this weekend. Niklas managed to steal P2 in the overall standings in Q4. All good?
Yeah, today's been better. Yesterday started well as well. But then we were lacking a bit of pace in the afternoon yesterday. Seems like we learned something by working late last night, and the pace was better this morning, and now we obviously hope to keep up.
And when you say learn something last night, is that looking at data and onboards, or is that making a setup change late last night and it worked this morning?
Yeah, it's everything. I think the team turned around every possible stone last night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we know the Hansens are trying to do the same thing. They're talking about turning. Kevin said he was going to go back and turn the car upside down. It's so hard. KMS are very strong. We know that, but we want these guys to get stuck into them, and the internal combustion cars as well. Patrick O'Donnell's up there in the fight. Rukkonen's had a bit of a tougher weekend. All of these ones are internal combustion because we're getting ourselves ready for the semi-finals for European Rallycross Championship. Should be good. We've got 6 cars in each of these semi-finals, and we're going to find out who's going to make it through to the final. Okay, then semi-final number 1 for Euro RX. We have Mika Limatainen and Andor Trepak on the front row. Trepak was brilliant in that Renault earlier on this weekend, but had a bit of a shocker in Q4. Yuri Belevsky and Mark Moser on row 2. Attila Moser and Nils Volland on row 3. Now, Mika Limatainen, remember, is P2 in the standings. Managed to get up into second place, so only lost 1 more point to Belevsky, so it'll be about 15 points back now. Belevsky leading the championship with 2 wins.
As a team principal, do you ever watch Euro RX1 in, like, having in mind that maybe you're changing drivers in the future, picking new drivers?
Kind of, yeah. Also for my personal interest, yes, a lot.
Right, here we go, semi-final number 1. Limatainen off the line, it's a good launch for Trepak in the McGann, but then he loses out. Belevsky gets up the inside of him, little tap for the McGann goes sideways over the crest in turn 1. Belevsky gets up the inside, but Trepak's still trying to hold on in the McGann. Oh no, that's where he ended up in the wall in Q4. That looks like game over to me. Front left suspension maybe off the car. So Trepak's parked it in turn 2. What a shame. Belevsky has dropped him behind. Who is it? It's Mark Moser. So Belevsky's got to go joking short. Limatainen's getting away here. Belevsky gets past. Moser's got a problem too. Attila Moser inside. Nils Volland goes inside. Absolute carnage on the first lap.
I was going to say I wanted to see more elbows out from Andor Trepak. I think he did great into turn 1. He did great into turn 2. I think Yuri Belevsky was a bit harsh into turn 2 there, but that's rallycross at the same time. So yeah, he's where he needs to be, just following Mika now, trying to close down the gap.
So Belevsky's got to try and close it to 2.5. The delta for this category was 3.4. That's based on the average of 5 different drivers. There is Trepak's car park. What a shame, Andreas. I don't know if you know about him, Jussi. He's 19 years old, Hungarian driver. They bought one of those GCK Megans, the ex-pro drive cars, all the spares. This was his first outing, and he qualified absolutely brilliantly in P3.
Yeah, I didn't actually know he's that young. Yeah, but he has caught my eye during the weekend. Been driving really nice, I have to say, and this is not an easy track. So yeah, has been impressive.
Yeah, Q1 was perfect, wasn't it? It was absolutely, 4th race in this car, absolutely perfect. So
I looked back on the broadcast this morning from Q1. Every single corner was mint.
Yeah, absolutely bang on, really was. This is Nils Volland, who's currently sitting in P4. Needs to find a way around Attila Moser, because Mark Moser's plus 15. So Moser, if he's still circulating, has definitely got an issue. And obviously only the top 3 go through. So he's got to start applying some pressure here. For Limatainen, this is easy, isn't it? I'll say easy. That's easy to say from here. Just got to stay out of trouble. Jussi, what time have you got to head off for the team?
Just a couple of minutes.
Okay, understood. Do you get nervous?
He have more.
Do you get tense or not?
A little bit.
Still?
Yeah.
It's good though, isn't it? I think if you don't, you can't.
I think I could stay home if I didn't.
Okay, I agree. I always say that to people. I still get nervous about going on air, but I think it's a good thing. It's kind of still a love for it. So Volland still needs to find a way past Attila Moser. Attila hasn't Jochen and Volland has. So Volland now has got to try and get some decent laps in here.
I must add in, Mika Limatainen has been flawless this whole weekend. Great starts, great lines. You know, I think having Thomas Heikkinen in there as his spotter and race performance guidance, I think they're doing a great job together. It seems like a strong team, and they are definitely there to win this weekend.
And this is one of your old cars, isn't it? You see from a previous team?
Yeah, from GRX, yes.
Is this the old Timmer's car, or is it?
Actually, I'm not sure which one is which.
Attila Moser has damage on the front left corner, so Moser maybe made a mistake spanning the Joker. So Moser is spanning the Joker and has dropped behind Nils Volland. So Nils Volland's had a bit of a touch there. Moser's made a mistake, and Volland is going to make it through to the final. They're on the final lap. Belevsky, remember, the championship leader, but this man Limatainen is his main rival, and he's about to beat him to the front row. That's going to put Belevsky back in the pack, and Andreas, you really want to be on the front row here.
Absolutely. I'm just adding in lap 3 was the quickest lap time of Euro RX1 in the whole day from Mika with a 45.2. Great speed. Absolutely fantastic. Through the Joker lap, then comes your leader, Limatainen and Belevsky both go. Belevsky just a little wide on the way in, round through the last right-hander. Limatainen's going to take it from Belevsky and Volland. Fantastic performance by those three. Good to see Volland making it through to the final as he continues to learn the car. The top three will make the car. Say Moser with a spin. Attila, that is Mark Moser, and Trepak retired during that one. Right, UC, I think you better go, mate. I can sense that you're getting ready. One more question. We see lap 3, both Belevsky and Limatainen was quickest in lap 3. The Höljes tyre, when is it at its best? Lap 2, 3? Does it drop?
Yeah, every tire drops. I think it's a little bit of driving style related thing, as well as a setup. Yeah,
Johan Kristoffersson is extremely good first lap.
Yeah.
Also all 4 laps.
and all the other laps, unfortunately. Yeah. We've got a few recoveries to do. Go for it. Good luck this afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us, UC Pinnamaki. You're a legend. So UC heading off to go and do his day job. Thank you. Much appreciated. Mika Limatainen takes it from Juri Belevsky and Nils Volland. I say Attila Moser with the spin, unfortunately the Joker. Mark Moser and Andor Trepak not making the cut. What did you say before? If you want to spin, buy a fin? Yeah, if you want to win. Oh, yeah. If you want to win, hire a fin is what you do. Great start by Mika. Look at Trepak here. I've gutted Andreas. Actually, Trepak turning in on Juri there. It's a tough one. I feel gutted for Andor though. He showed so promising driving this weekend. Interestingly, Patrick O'Donovan, and we can just see on our timing screens, O'Donovan and Timmy Hansen was investigated from Q4. If you watched qualifying earlier on today, if you didn't, you can go back and watch it on YouTube. And there was no further action for that one. So you saw a little tap from Juri on turn 8? Oh, look, that was Moser's spin. That was Attila Moser's spin, so he just got too much rotation on the way in, and that gave the place to Volland. So say Nils Volland makes the final. Looking at it, it's the first time Nils Volland has made the final this year. So Nils Volland heading through to his first Euro RX1 final, along with Limatainen and Juri Belevsky, the championship leader and double winner. World Championship drivers are getting themselves prepared. Andreas, that's a moment you've been through many, many times. What's going through your mind here? What are you doing? Yeah, first you drive into that area, you scan the tires, because you're only allowed to have X amount of tires. I believe it's 10 tires throughout the weekend. So they scan your tires, you get into your position, you have the chance to kind of like throw in a few words to your enemies, nemesis around on the grid. How much of that goes on? We were talking to Johan the other day, and there used to be a lot between him and Mattias Ekström, for instance. And some people respond quite a lot to mind games, some don't. I think some people are responding inside, but externally manage to hide it. There's a lot of it, isn't there? And it's a little bit hard to know because it's less drivers, and you can't go around to the same drivers all the time to say the same kind of stuff, you know. So you kind of, it's a bit tougher now, I believe. A few years back, we were 20, 25 drivers on the grid.
and especially the youngsters or the rookies, you could go over to them, nudge them, they would be like out of their mind.
Yeah, I get that. So if you're sharing, so if someone's had a really good qualifier and it's their first semi-final, you go over and go, oh, good luck, mate, first one, and it just sets them on edge, doesn't it? It gives you the advantage.
Put some pressure. You better have a good run into turn one, otherwise I'm going to smash into you or something.
Yeah, but I know what you mean.
Yeah.
People at home will probably, potentially won't understand how that is, but it's the same in any elite sport. You know, cricket, tennis, whatever you football. There is always a bit of that going on in the background. Semi-finals for World RX coming up at 10 to 3. 5 past 3 is Super Touring Car Final. That's the local category. Then at 15:10 it's Euro RX 3's final, 15:25 the Euro RX 1 final, and 15:35 is the final for round 3 of the FIA World Rallycross Championship. Be a good afternoon, make sure you stay with us. Time for the second semi-final for Euro RX 1. On the front row, Damian Litvinovic and Tamas Karai. Then it's Zoltan Konseg and Laszlo Kiss. And on the back row, it's Rennie Munich and Otto Horvath. So Litvinovic at the moment is in P3 in the standings. He was only 4 points behind Limitainen, but Limitainen would have taken 1 point off him in quali. Qualifying points have changed since the old days, you wonder. It used to be 16 down to 1. It's now just 3-2-1 for the top 3 drivers. All of the rest of the points are put on in the final, and that means that although you spend all day focusing on qualifying, Andreas, the final is now so important. You have to make it or you're getting terrible points.
Absolutely. They gave more reward for the race winners.
I think it's good.
I think it also is good. It makes you get a chance if you have a bad qualifying heat.
Right, let's get this show on the road then. Litvinovic alongside the circuit owner and the event sponsor, Tamas Karai. Karai doesn't get as good a start as Litvinovic, but still a good one. Kiss has got a great start on the outside of row 2, but on his inside, Konsek is there in the blue car. You're on board with the drone. Konsek, I think, has got in front. He has. He's got inside Karai as well. So Karai drops down to P3. Munich has dropped down there. Munich stays in P5, but out front it is Litvinovic up at the top of the course with Konsek in behind.
I spoke with Kristoffersson, which runs Litvinovic's car and is the driver performance coach there. He was annoyed with the Litvinovic starts, his inconsistent reaction times, but this time next to Thomas Karai there, Tommy Karai, he nailed it.
Rennie Munic's gone Joker on lap number 1. Andreas, he doesn't like the dust. Being in P5, going Joker is actually not a bad idea. He will at least drop him a little way out of the dust. And obviously the others, it depends when they Joker out to whether that works out.
Yeah, and all weekend long, Rennie, pure speed, lap time-wise, has been right up there. Winning pace, I would say. He has a car, he has a team full of knowledge. I expect him to be up there fighting for a win.
The noise here in commentary is absolutely epic. I don't know whether you guys hear it on our mics or not, but when the cars come behind us, if you think about that camera on the wall at NASCAR, it's like that. You know what I mean? It's just absolutely epic. It really is. Litvinovic with the fastest lap on lap 1. Konsek 0.9 back. Karai plus 1.6. And it's Kiss, Horvath and Munich. Munich, the only driver to a Joker. At 6 back, he's only 1.5, so he's closer to Horvath now. I reckon he's just about within reach of Kiss as well. But it's Karai that he needs to get in within reach of if he wants to make it through. Top 3 go through to the final, remember.
Imagine being Tommy Karai here. You know, it's your own track, it's your own company sponsoring the event. You have your family here, your friends, your mom, your dad, your grandma, your kids, everyone. That must be a big pressure. A lot of work has been put in here by Karai Trans, and yeah, it's cool to witness. Konsek, his teammate and fellow comrade.
Yeah, sure.
It's just ahead of him, which I know Tommy will be like, you know.
He'll want to get through. He'll have to change his tactics up if he wants to, because obviously they're not going to have any contact. He'll want to try and, I reckon Karai might go, I don't know, he's got Kiss and Horvath still behind, although actually it's lap 4 out of 5, Andreas. I'd have a gamble now, because otherwise you're not going to get any strategy at all, so he might as well have a crack at Konsek.
Might as well, but Tommy is also a little bit weak in the dust, so as long as he stays up there, he'll be into the final. The only danger here is Rennie, which has jokered, and by the looks of it, he will slump.
And he does, so Karai goes.
Yeah.
Karai's gone joker from P3. The dust kicks up behind him. Look on the inside line. He really needs to, he's that Laszlo Kiss that hasn't gone. Yeah, Kiss has gone standard lap, and I think he's going to come out behind him, so that's a bit of a shame for Karai, because he really needed not to have Kiss in front. He would have hoped that Kiss would have gone with him. He gets into Kiss one time, two time, he's pushing him the whole way. Kiss is smoking up the rear tyres. Oh, that's a nightmare for Karai.
But knowing his spotter, he will tell Karai now that Kiss has done his joker. You can relax, don't do anything stupid, because Kiss is yet to joker, and Konseg and Litwinovic now is too far ahead.
He's going to make it, isn't he? But he would have loved a chance to edge Konseg. So the lead two cars will go through now. Don't forget that just in front of Rennie Munich, Laszlo Kiss will have to go in as well. That will release Munich, but I think the time lost will be too much. Munich on the, Karai on the inside line, coming down now, but the two leaders come through, so Litwinovic and Konseg have got the job done here in the second of the semi-finals for Euro RX. Over the cresting round to the right-hand side, Litwinovic takes the win. Konseg P2, Tamas Karai, the circuit owner, the sponsor of this event, goes through as well, which is great for him. Thank you to him and his entire team for a brilliant event. Rennie Munich just misses out with Laszlo Kiss as well, and Horvath crosses the line for P6.
Litwinovic also setting the quickest lap time in the semi-finals, 45.1 in lap 4.
Great stuff in the semi-finals. Litwinovic takes it, as Andreas said. It's a great lap time from him. Then we then got Zoltan Konseg.
It's only 2 tenths
Karai between them.
Yeah.
And what on their race times? Yes. So 3:53.5 for Litwinovic winning semi 2, 3:53.7 for Limitainen winning semi-final number 1. Tuomas Heikkinen Topi has joined us in the commentary box, and we'll get his thoughts on.
He just said quickly, I just have a few minutes here.
That's it. Is it? We're in a bit of a rush.
He's spotting for 2 drivers, right?
Oh, you're spotting for Rukkanen, aren't you?
Yes, and Limatainen as well.
Yeah. So you've just come. You've literally done. Congratulations! You just won semi-final number 1.
Yeah, it was a good one. It's a really pleasure to work with Mika at the moment. It's really having the good feeling inside the car.
He looks so strong.
He's strong. And like we have been talking with other guys as well, that he's like a gentleman driver. He knows it. He's sponsoring the Johan that he can drive here in this race. He's
brilliant.
Just a gentleman driver. He knows his level. He's so curious to learn the tring and drive.
Mika for president.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But that's fantastic, and to be supporting a young driver as well, but also taking. But you say it's a pleasure to work with, so he listens and he learns.
Yeah, and it's not the only one driver, but he's sponsoring. He's sponsoring a lot of drivers, young drivers in Finland,
awesome.
And try to pushing them to come forward.
That is what we need. There are the teams down, likely watching the feed and keeping up with what's going on. Also, they'll have a timing screen down there in that pre-grid area. And as Andreas was saying, it's a final moment to get stuck into your rivals.
Do you miss racing, Topi?
Me, yes, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, I think this is so addicted thing. Yeah. You know, you have been part of it as well, and you're still part of it somehow. Yeah, I'm missing. Honestly, I would like to do it. And I also see it, why I'm here, the sport going in the right direction at the moment. Yeah,
I hope so too. Really hope we can get it rebuilt to where it was.
Thank you, guys.
You got to go. That's right. Topi, Heikkinen and Luzas. Kristoffersson got quite the kick there on his practice starts. He's getting himself lined up for pole in semi-final number 1 for the World Rallycross Championship. Probably, knowing Johan, probably. Getting the grid fully loaded.
I'm excited for this because it's very hard to get top 3. The level is very, very strong in the World Championship.
Interesting. So Timmy and Kevin Hansen, we saw them just after lunch, and I hadn't seen the grid lineups, I must admit. They said, we think we'll struggle to get both cars through. Yeah. Now I realise why, because the 2 KMS cars are on the front row. So you'd fancy your chances in terms of a different grid.
But knowing they put new tyres on now, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, exactly. On to the semi-finals, and now remember that these are up to 6 cars, so after qualifying it's up to 6 cars because we're only got 8 entries in world at the minute, and that's what Topi was talking about a minute ago, about rebuilding this sport. The top 3 go through, so 1 car here will miss out on a place in the all-important final. Semi-final number 1 for round 3 of the FIA World Rallycross Championship. This is your lineup for the first of these 2 encounters. Johan Kristoffersson, the top qualifier, won all 4 qualifying sessions on the pole with his teammate Ola Christian Baby alongside. Row 2, teammates and brothers, Timmy Hansen, the 2019 World Champion, and Kevin Hansen alongside him. So 2 pairs of teammates. like to say no carnage in turn 1, but if either of those Hansens can get alongside the KMS guys, they will happily get stuck in and try and get themselves a place in the final. Sun glinting off the screens, no noise from these guys, all electric. The IC cars will be in the second semi. Here we go. Who gets a great launch? Very even indeed. The KMS car shut the door on Timmy Hansen. Oh, Timmy rides up the back of OC Baby into the side of him. Baby gets pushed out wide. Timmy gets into his door again. Shedding panels. Kevin goes round the outside line but can't get there. Gets too sideways. It's a bit of contact. He rode up the tyre, Andreas.
Very tough racing in there. I know. There is a bit of a spark in between these guys from Hansen's and KMS, both ways.
The door's gone. Baby's door is gone. The door is gone off the back left corner of Baby's car. The rear left door is completely off the car.
And I wonder if he has a big toe in on the left rear.
Kevin Hansen goes Joker immediately. So this is then to mix the strategies up. Timmy's there getting stuck into Baby in front.
I find it strange that Timmy didn't go.
What, from P3?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, maybe, but then are they hedging their bets on whether he's maybe got damage on the car? Remember, Susan's up there overseeing Graham Rodemark and Kenneth Hansen. You know, it's a team game between them. They desperately want one in there. They'd love to get two. I want to know where Baby's door is.
You saw some carbon rest there between the 1 and 2 there.
Smoke from the rear left quarter of Baby's car. Has Baby got a puncture or has he got a problem with one of the toe links on the car? That might be why they've sent Kevin off early. He won't be happy if the car's been that badly damaged. Andreas, it's really hard to tell. The KMS car shut the door, which I totally understand. I would do the same, and Baby and Timmy Hansen, to be fair, fully sideways in there. They shut the door because they don't want Timmy coming through the gap. I get that. And then Timmy's ridden up the car. Now, I don't think Timmy, you can't do that on purpose. That's tyre-on-tyre contact.
Absolutely.
But there's a lot of damage.
Yeah,
a lot of damage.
It is a lot of damage. I mean, Ole Christian went hard in, but he kind of squeezed, and that's rallycross sometimes, you know, door-to-door racing.
Yeah.
That's why we love it.
Yeah, absolutely. We want to see everybody get stuck in. So maybe
everyone got through. So
this is the corner where his tyre was smoking last time. And it's doing it again. The rear left, as you see, Baby comes through. It's a bit of smoke. That could just be the bodywork in that corner getting loaded onto the tyre.
Yeah, I just want to add in here that Johan Kristoffersson is doing 44.2.
Wow.
Baby and Timmy is doing 44.7 and 8, where Kevin is losing a bit pace, 45.1 in that previous lap, so losing a little bit to his brother Timmy and to OC.
Wow, these lap times are insane. The track conditions, we said, are absolutely perfect, and Kristoffersson, we know, as 7 times world champion, is doing a brilliant job. He heads up towards turn 1 with a lap to go. None of the top 3 are gone, so this really now is about the gap between Kevin and Timmy, isn't it? And you think, Andreas, yeah, it's more than 3, isn't it? We reckon, I think, let me check what it was. The delta coming in was 3.3. Yeah. Earlier on in the weekend, it was 2.8 for world.
Kevin's lost even more in that previous lap. And looking on Johan, he managed to keep his pace all the way through, where Ole Christian and Timmy dropped half a second from lap 2 to 3. I wonder if that's like just his driving style. He's making sure that the tyre will last longer. Timmy's
got Joker. Watch for the merge here with Kevin Hansen on the inside line. Timmy Hansen on the outside. Kevin's going to be close here. Timmy comes alongside his brother. Kevin was way closer than we thought he was going to be. Kevin surely won't fire his own brother off, although they did have contact in Portugal that went the other way, so he might consider it. He wasn't happy, was it, that Timmy had gone up the inside in the last corner in Portugal?
I feel that Kevin has been quicker than Timmy all the way through the electric era, but it's nice to see now Timmy strikes a little bit back, because he's been quicker in the past, and I know he's like struggled a little bit confidence-wise. Nice to win that battle a little bit pace-wise.
Joker lap now for your leader, Johan Kristoffersson. His teammate OC Baby will go in behind him. They'll be looking for Timmy Hansen in the background, but I think they're safe enough. It's definitely safe for Johan Kristoffersson. Ole Christian comes through easy for him as well. So KMS have got the job done here from the front row. They've got both cars through. Johan Kristoffersson will line up on pole for the final, looking for another clean sweep. OC Baby will be on row 2. And in the background, I think it's Timmy Hansen over the line first. It is. So Timmy Hansen makes the cut, and Kevin, I think you'll find, will be in the commentary box with us very shortly. They've offered to come up here. They did think they wouldn't get both cars through, and we'll be glad to have him come up here and tell us his story from the semi.
It was a tight start. Can't wait to see the replay of that.
Kristoffersson takes it 3:49.3. To give you an idea, it's about 4 seconds quicker, as he gives a thumbs up to his team behind the graphics there. About 4 seconds quicker than the Euro guys were going in their semi-finals. Same number of laps. Remember, Ole Christian Baby P2. So 1-2 for KMS. Timmy Hansen gets 3rd. Kevin Hansen is done for the weekend here in Hungary. Kristoffersson on the radio back to the team. We're getting ourselves ready for the second of the semi-finals. A 4-car lineup. This one, it's got 2 internal combustion cars in it. You know, I'm not biased, Andreas. As a commentator, we mustn't be biased.
That is true. But I do like some noise. I'm allowed to say that. I'm not the full-time commentator.
Yeah, that's fair. It'd just be me that gets fired, thanks. Niklas Gronov is on the pole for CE Dealer Team. He is in that championship fight with Johan Kristoffersson. It is a must-win encounter for me. Johan and Niklas need to be on the front row together in the final to make it a real fight. Patrick O'Donovan did a brilliant job in his last qualifying round, Q4. Didn't make any mistakes, but he needs a great start. Clara is in behind her teammate Niklas on row 2. Clara Anderson, she was in the commentary box earlier, and Juha Rutkanen on the outside. So inside the grid is electric, outside is internal combustion. I'd like to think that there would be a plan from the 2 CE Dealer Team cars here. I mean, Clara might try and get a good start, but if it's the same as a teammate Niklas, I think she'll drop in behind, and they'll guard that inside line. Let's have a look now. It's a good start from both the internal combustion cars as well, but look at that electric power straight up towards turn 1. Oh, Rutkanen up the inside of O'Donovan. Rutkanen gets it done into P3, so he's made the pass work. Clara protects her teammate in the first corner. Perfect tactics from CE Dealer Team.
Patrick has some problems with his car. It looks like he's crabbing all over the place. Yep.
Patrick spins in the background. What a shame after a brilliant performance in Q4.
Steering arm left rear must be.
So you think it's broken the track control arm on the rear suspension?
I didn't see them touching anything, so it could be a...
contact between him and Juha in turn 1, I think. Not a lot, but just a little bit. It was side by side.
Juha going to the joker lap as car number 3, which I think is the right tactic.
So do I. Especially now they know they won't have called that. They'll have seen Patrick, won't they, before they made that call?
That is true. Throughout these 3 drivers, I think Niklas has been very, very solid the whole weekend. Even though Clara's pace has been really good, Patrick's still there, double yellow in
this right-hander here. So look on your left, those are the flags we can see behind the commentary position there. He's off the line. Yeah. So they need the double wave yellows. On the next lap, the drivers will know that's there, and they won't lift off at all for that, will they? So
in that yellow zone, you saw Niklas kind of slowing down a little bit more than Clara. It's easier for Clara to follow Niklas and knowing what he sees through that car. Seeing Juha in the background, he struggled this weekend because he haven't been testing here. He have never been here before, and Nyirád is a very unique track. But let's see if he managed to squeeze down some good lap times to challenge Niklas and Clara.
Clara through turn 1, that's the one they're all saying is so tricky if you get offline.
I bet Clara will joker this lap to cover up Juha. Juha is a little bit slower than Clara at the moment.
So round through the top 2 corners, up at turn 4 and 5. And down into the dip again, it's so quick through there. No mistakes so far. Clara's going well here, going with Niklas. This is why we need more cars in World, of course. We want to see a bit more drama, don't we? And with Patrick out, we know all 3 are making it. Now it's just a case of the minimum risk possible.
I mean, this track is awesome. This turn 1, I love this section. It's kind of like a little crest in between the 2 corners. Jumping into tarmac, over to concrete, throwing it in turn 2, up the straight through turn 3 and 4. A little curve there, which I saw Niklas missed, but he still got a good exit.
So Rutkanen 5.7 off the back. And now they split the joker strategy. Okay, I think that's sensible. You never want to take the same strategy, Andreas, just in case, you know, let's say Niklas had a problem and stalled in the joker. Oh, and Clara's going to be close to Rutkanen here, but she's done it.
Yeah, she's
fair play.
Been, consistently quicker than Juha. I was thinking Juha would catch up more speed throughout the weekend, but it looks to me that he's struggled a little bit to keep his pace from Höljes and Lousada.
Well, I think, Andreas, you're going to be heading out with the camera very shortly to go and catch up with the drivers, so we'll let you go and do that. We're going to ride on board with Clara Anderson here, and I've got alongside me Damian Litvinovic. We'll have a talk to him in just a moment. Let's get Clara around us, waiting for Niklas to go and do his joker on this final lap. So Niklas goes into the joker lap now, onto the loose. He's a bit sideways, but it's not too much. Now rotate the car. Look for Clara on the inside line. There won't be any blue-on-blue contact here, I can promise you that. Niklas comes through nicely in front of Clara Anderson. Niklas Gronholm goes through to the front row of the final with Johan Kristoffersson. We are going to see the two championship front runners up against each other into turn one. That's what we want to make this season go as long and tricky as we possibly can. Clara Anderson P2 and Juha Rutkinen is in P3. Patrick O'Donovan, unfortunately, looks like a bit of contact at the start meant that he wasn't able to complete this one. So great drive from him earlier on today. Look forward to seeing him later in the season. Here's the results of semi-final number 2. Clara on the radio back to the team. Niklas Gronholm takes it. It's a 1-2 for CE dealer team. Clara getting P2. Juha Rutkinen with the internal combustion car. So there'll be one internal combustion car through to the final. Patrick O'Donovan, unfortunately, is saying 4th. Won't make the final this time. So we're taking a look at the replays from this second semi-final. I'm joined by Damien Litvinovic, who won his semi-final. Damien, you were just telling me off air, you had a problem with the car.
Yeah, I think in the 4th lap, I just started to see that the temperatures are going high, temperature of the water. So yeah, after the scales, I turned off the car and we just was pushing all through the paddock the car. So yeah, I'm all sweat now. Yeah,
hot. So do you know what the problem is? Can the team fix it?
I think the fan didn't work.
The water pump.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't think it was critical in terms of engine temperature?
I think now it should work.
Okay.
And if you want to ask me, because everyone asking me here about this tape on the nose.
Yes, it's for breathing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, because I have a running nose.
Yeah.
All the weekend, my Hungarian friends give me this to try. And
how is it?
It really works.
So is that the one with the magnets inside, or is it the sticker?
No, it is a sticker, but I tape it here, so
I used to use those because I snore really badly, and my wife didn't like it, so she made me wear those, and then you snore just a little bit less. So yeah, it works. It's a good technique. Right, we're going to head down to Andreas Bakkerud, who is, I don't know where he is. He's gone out with the camera. It's boiling hot in here. I'm assuming it's boiling hot wherever Andreas is.
He's right, Andrew. It's boiling hot down here. As we can see on Timmy's car, which just came back to the paddock, he has some Robbins Racing and Robbins Rallycross. How was that turn one? Was that too much of a squeeze from Ole?
I was definitely tired. I thought my race was over. Once my front lifted somehow, I thought, that's it. I was like closing my teeth, waiting for the wall, but somehow, I survived that. And yeah, then I pushed like there was no tomorrow for the rest of the race. But
I saw the lap times. You were consistently a little bit faster than your brother Kevin. It feels like you have had the upper hand on him. And do you feel that you deserve more to be in the final than him?
I don't know. I mean, we don't want to be fighting to get into the final. We want to be fighting to win the final. We're nowhere close at the moment, so we're quite disappointed. But yeah, we keep pushing. I start 5th now, so I'll hope for the rubbing is racing and rubbing is rallycross to go my way in this round. We'll see what happens in the first corner. I'll pick up the pieces.
Thank you, Timmy.
I like the fact that Timmy's just waiting to see what happens and he'll pick up the pieces. Damien, we're looking back at your results. Obviously, 2023 European, the Super 1600. That's what I know. Super 1600 champion. 2 years in Supercar now. How are you finding it?
Yeah, I really like the track. This is like the track that I get my first Euro RX win. So yeah, I'm maybe hoping a little bit for a supercar win also.
I can understand that.
I really like this track. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the final. It's a tricky place, to be honest, to start from P2.
Yeah.
On this track, because this left 90 degrees corner is.
You end up with the P3 guy inside you as well.
Yeah, so it's hard. It's hard, place to start. To be honest, I think the better place is this P3.
Yeah.
But we will see. I hope I get a good start, because in the semi-final I have pretty good launch, and yeah, I hope I will make it again.
You got to get that start and shut the door on him. Let's find someone else who's looking to get the start. Of course, that'd be Niklas Gronholm in the final. He and Clara Anderson are with Andreas Bakkerud now.
Yeah, I'm down with the CE dealer team. First of all, Niklas, that was a flawless semi-final, great start. Was that planned?
That was the plan, to take the start and manage the first corner. That's always the plan, but good execution.
Could you have pushed more? I saw your lap times were kind of matching Johan's. Can we expect more in the final?
I don't know. I tried. When I had a gap, I kind of tried to figure out some places where I've been struggling with, but yeah, it's tricky. It's also very hot for the tires at the moment. You can definitely feel it. So it's a fine line with pushing and preserving the tire for all 5 laps. It's going to be tricky.
Final question, Clara. Are we going to see elbows out and you spraying champagne on the top of the podium this weekend?
That's definitely the goal. Like Nippe said, perfect executed semi-final and all eyes on the final now.
Thank you, guys.
So we're getting ourselves ready for the support category here. Damian Litvinowicz has got to disappear because he's on the front row. But you had a message for the Polish fans at home.
Bardzo dziękuję wszystkim za oglądanie, śledzenie i trzymajcie kciuki. Do zobaczenia.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, mate. Thank you for joining us and the best of luck in the final.
Thank you very much.
There we go. So Damian Litvinowicz, thank you, mate. Great to see you here. Thank you. Right, we're getting ready for the local support category. I better find the grid for this, hadn't I? Here we go. Okay, here we go. Let's get your lineup for the local category, which is Super Touring Car. You've got Jan Ratajski on the front row with Slavomir Wallach, Zoltán Held and Balázs Seibel on row 2. And then it's Kisha Rassani and András Kellerman on row 3. Andreas Bakkerud has just got back to the commentary box. Super Touring Cars coming up next for you. So this one, they have different sizes of engines, and then according to what engine you're using in the car, you have a different weight penalty. So Slavomir Wallach on the front row in the BMW E92 RX is what it's down on his entry form as. They love to name their cars, which is good. I know it's an E92, but you know, I don't think you can buy an RX version. He's running the maximum weight. If you're running a 1600 engine, it's a much lower weight. So it's Wallach versus Ratajski on the row, front row down towards turn 1.
Normally you can see a big difference in the start, as you saw here with the BMW being miles ahead.
Absolutely, yeah, fantastic. And it's Kisha Rassani from the back row, managed to get up into P4 around the outside, the green car you can see. This is the first time me and Andreas have seen any of these cars this weekend. But we are familiar, of course, with Slavomir Wallach. I'm particularly familiar with him because he's done some British rallycross stuff. Also, he's competed in Rally X, where he took some wins in open two-wheel drive. He was saying the difference here, Andreas, with the rules. In open two-wheel drive, you can do whatever you want, no weight limits, etc. Whereas here, those big weight limits. But he's used to running in the Central European zone, and that's what his car is built to. Held has gone into the Joker in the background. That's Zoltán Held. And I think he's the two cars. Oh, and he's hit the wall. Held's hit the wall in the background. That's a shocker. Seibel has gone in as well. So Seibel, I think, will move up. I'm pretty sure Seibel has hit the wall. Yeah. Okay, so Held has keep it out, and Seibel has hit the wall. So we're literally first time you guys have seen these cars, and so are we.
Yeah, Wallach, like you said, different rules for this weekend. Had to apply a lot of weight into his car, even though it's very, very powerful. His machinery is heavy. He had to brake earlier. You know, you still have the same set of tires, same set of grip. Only the fact that he's driving with a rear-wheel driven car, a lot of traction is your benefit. Good starts. On track, like turn 8. 9, which is this area we're seeing now, is normally it's Achilles, but I will say Wallach is doing a great job so far.
Overlap in the background, that is Kisha Rassani getting past. So Kisha Rassani, I think, has moved up a position.
I love to see so many variations of cars. You know, you have the BMW up front, you have a Skoda in there, you have a Toyota Yaris, an Audi S1, a Renault Clio, 2 Renault Clios. That's cool.
Yeah, it is super cool indeed.
Also, you know, when World Rallycross is thriving, like we heard from Topi Heikkinen, World Rallycross Championship feels like it's on its right direction, then the local sports of Rallycross is also growing. So it's important for us that these guys get a little bit attention as well. They put a lot of effort into the Rallycross itself. They would love to join World Rallycross, European Rallycross Championship, Rally X, all these different championships. And yeah, I'm just a big fan of Rallycross in general. Seeing these cars, it requires a different style of driving compared with the World Championship, so it's awesome.
So I mean, Wallach's car obviously would be, well, how does those regulations compare to the regs you've built your car to in Norway? Norway?
I'm not really entirely sure, but I raced against this guy in the open rear-wheel drive in Höljes a couple of weeks back, and he beat me off the line every time, but on track I was quicker than him. I think he runs a V8. I have a 2-liter supercharger, so he has much more torque than I have, and can definitely get away with a lot more in the starts compared with what I am. So it'll be interesting now to see the fight between him and I can't even.
Ratajski,
yeah,
well, that's what we're going with, Ratajski. And yeah, apologies when we get it wrong. I do like the fact that at least it's not only the Brits, it's the Norwegians.
And I was surprised to see that Lohéac went to the Joker, because normally you can kind of slow down the other driver by staying out, and you have to drive around you into the Joker. So last 2 laps going to be interesting.
So what are you thinking about Ratajski's lap times? Looking at it, Andreas, very close between them.
Yeah, but lap 3 is
Wallach did a good one there.
quicker. So yeah, I think it's going to be tight. I think Ratajski might have this, you know.
So Ratajski looking to try and take it. He was on the pole, as Andreas said, and as we're aware, if you've been watching Rallycross World, the rear-wheel drive cars get away really
Sector
well.
1 by Ratajski compared with Wallach is half a second quicker. So
he's really going for Ratajski.
7.7, 49.8. So I think he's closed down the gap and has it.
Oh no, that's another retirement for us. That is Zoltan Held this time, tapped the wall on the inside. But this is all about the battle out front between Ratajski, this guy who is throwing everything at this final lap in the 101 Skoda Fabia, coming down the hill now on the little front wide machine. Yeah,
that was awesome to see.
Needs to be. He's gapped Wallach up to 5.2, so Slavomir Wallach, it's now 6.2. Ratajski is absolutely in full send mode. The yellow flags are out for the car, which is in the Joker, but it's a slow part of the circuit. Shouldn't affect Ratajski too much, and it doesn't. Drops down into the lead, tidily done. So Ratajski comes through and into the final corner, having taken the top qualifier spot and won his semi-final. He wins the final. It's a brilliant weekend. 2 qualifying wins, semi-win and the final win. Slavomir Wallach as well, big shout out for him in the BMW getting P2 here. And Kisha Sanyi getting into P3. Great stuff from the
I see some donuts category. In the background here.
Yes, donuts down at turn 1. Nice one, Slavomir. Okay, we've got a guest coming to join us in the studio. That is Patrick O'Donovan, who is going to join us here. That's the results of that one. Ratajski takes it from Wallach. Kirisani, Kellerman, Held and Siebel, the last 2 drivers retiring, as you can see from the results on your screen there. But good to see. What I liked about that particularly was seeing front-wheel drive and rear-wheel drive cars out together, because sometimes those categories are too small to make anything. You put them together, and as long as that you get the weights right, and I'd say that's pretty good in terms of balance of performance. Here's a look at the start. Look at the start that Wallach gets. Everybody else doing the front-wheel drive scrabble in the background, and he's like, oh, gone.
50-meter gap into turn 1, but you see they catch up immediately in turn 2 up the straight.
I think you're right about forcing him to go Joker the lap. But
yeah, I think he was wrong there. He should have stayed out and forced. Yeah,
your man.
Yes,
yeah. No,
man.
I've just put the grid away. Ratajski. Yeah, I've just put the grids away as well, Andreas, which is a mistake, wasn't it? Because I thought we were coming to the studio, but instead, no, we're not. So yeah, Ratajski, could Wallach have made him check up just a little bit, but there we are. Right, they're going to come and let's come and have a chat with a man who I know is disappointed. I can just tell from his. We'll just put some paperwork under there. Don't worry about that. It's just a bit of housekeeping live on TV. Patrick, look, I know you're disappointed because your body language says completely different than what it said earlier on, and we understand that, mate. What? Tell us.
It's difficult. Obviously, it's a hard pill to swallow. We were really fast in that last session. We were one of the fastest on track, and we'd found some really good time that I was missing on it was one corner that I was losing like 3.5 tenths on that I made on one lap, and then I didn't make on the others, and at lap 2, and if I'd made the same move that I was making every other lap, it would have made the time so much faster. And I mean, of course, that's gutting because you know where you could have gone faster, but to go out there, I mean, of course, I know Nicholas is trying to push me out because he's trying to let Clara come up and they're trying to play the team game, but, you know, I was trying to leave as much room as I could, and I got dealt the bad end of the stick.
There wasn't much you could have done, but looking back at the weekend, like I'm sure there's a lot of good things you could bring from it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of positives to look back on now. And I mean,
still the starts needs to
the
consistency level on it. Like the highs of starts has been good, but like the overall has been bad.
Yeah. And to be honest, of course, I saw your WhatsApp earlier, and I sent you a little WhatsApp. On the footage, when you see the slow motion, you see the lights go green. I'm actually dropping at the exact same time as the other cars, like very, very thousandths of seconds. So it's what happens after that we need to try and manage. The reaction's actually okay. I just I need to try and work on start mapping, and of course it's the highest grip surface we've had all year. So it's tough, but a lot to work on before Finland.
What happened with the car in the semi-final? You obviously had a little contact with, was it Johan? Niklas?
Yeah, Niklas, Clara, and then Juha finished it off.
Yeah.
Got hit by all of them in one stage or another. But no, you hit it off, and it seemed to have broken the rear suspension or steering arm or something.
I've been there.
Right, we're going to get ourselves ready for the Euro RX3 final, which is what's coming up next. So round 3 of their series, this should be fire. It's very close between the top drivers. Right, let's get going then. Euro RX3, it's their 3rd round of the season. João Ribeiro won the first one, Richis Gerklis won the second one, and they are on the front row together. So this is great. These guys were 1 point apart coming into here, and they're now, I think, 4 points apart thanks to Ribeiro taking the TQ. It's Kormocki and Tuma on row 2, and it's Kovacs and Tejes on row 3. So all the Super 1600 screamers to get themselves down to turn 1 first. Remember, now we've got a slight delay apparently. Oh yes, I can see there's a huge, massive digger out on the track, which has got to be moved. There it is in the background. You can see it.
That's a loading shovel, Andrew. Come on, even the dogs on the street know that.
Now, when I call Patrick sometimes, Patrick, I know you're a semi-professional racing driver, but also you work at home with Shannon, the building company that you and your dad and the family run.
Yeah.
And I've called you before and been like, can I just check this statistic, mate? And you're normally in some massive piece of machinery somewhere, aren't you?
Yeah.
In the ditch getting scooping.
Yeah, you usually call me, and obviously the telephone systems over those machines aren't exactly the best. They don't make them to be on the phone; they make them to be working. So, yeah, you usually ring me while I'm at work in the middle of it.
Yeah, Patrick is always working hard. A number of our drivers work hard. It's really important to remember that this doesn't come for free. They all know they have to work hard to get themselves in that position, and they also know the score that many of our drivers are working alongside trying to make it as a professional driver. Here we go then, thumbs up from the marshal for Euro RX3 final from Hungary. Round 3 of the series, as we said, on the front row, you've got Ribeiro and Gerklis, who've won 1 round each. Behind them, Kormocki and Tuma, and then Kovacs and Tejes, 2 Hungarians in the mix. Kormocki in the green and blue has been a threat all weekend, but the front row gets away well. Gerklis may be a little bit better than Ribeiro, but Ribeiro on the inside line. Back to have Tuma, has got a great start from P3. I think Kovacs has got up in a P4. In the background, Tejes is getting murdered by Kormocki through turn 2. Kormocki ends up P5 from P3 on the grid, but Ribeiro leads, and Tuma has got past Gerklis as well, so Tuma's got up into P2. Kormocki into P3, to P4, sorry. Some great passes going on out there.
Yorkie went from P3 to P6 up to P4. Amazing drive there and racecraft throughout this opener of the lap.
Tuma's gone joker from a brilliant position. What do you think about that? Oh, look at Gerklis. Backs it in, runs it out too wide. Gerklis half spin. Kormocki up the inside. Can lose a position to Kovacs as well. That's gutting there.
Yorkie from P3 to P6 to P2 in 1 lap. That's amazing.
Yeah, it is. Actually, it is.
I said earlier in the program he didn't have any sponsor, but that's wrong. He's sponsored by Iveco. They actually run one of the biggest Iveco dealership here in Hungary. I paid a visit to them a year or 2 back. Great to see their family business, and I saw the spare shell was in their backyard.
So they know what they're up to. For me here, Václav Tuma is the one we've got to watch. He's 4.8 back. And is in the mix here to do something special. Obviously, Kormocki, Ribeiro may have got away here with a bit of the carnage that's going in the background. What Václav Tuma really needs, Patrick, is for Görklis to disappear. I mean, Görklis is quick, but Timmy needs everybody to get out of his way to try and close that gap down.
He does, yeah. No matter, even if you're quicker than the car in front, or the car in front's quicker, trying to drive through that dust is an absolute killer out there. And of course, there's not too much more option than just to drive through the dust and hope for the best, but it makes seeing the apexes and trying to drive quickly a big challenge, to be completely honest. So he's going to want them out of his way as soon as possible.
So it affects your accuracy.
Yeah, definitely. Even if you're not being held up, you're being held up by the dust. You know, you can't see exactly where you're going. You might miss an apex. There might be a bit of oil on the ground or a bit of water on the track that you can't see just as well as you would have been otherwise.
So what's Comanche doing as well? 3.1 is the gap back to Ribeiro. It's a 6-lap final. Is that gap going up or down? We'll keep an eye on it. Nobody goes joker on this one.
I know I've said it before, but got to give it to Ribeiro. I mean, he's pulling in a big gap here now to Yorkie, and 47.4, 47.7, staying consistent up there.
Comanche, the gap now 3.4, so looking up, yes, he's gone 4/10 quicker than Comanche again, so Ribeiro getting away. Comanche, what about that lap one? That was an absolute shocker of a start, and then it's like, it all just opens up in front of you. It's one of those wonderful situations where you go, that's gone really badly, and then, oh, you know what, actually, I'm all right.
It kind of looked like Patrick when he's driving, you know, elbows out, and, you know, Robin's racing, and Rallycross is Robin.
Yeah, I heard you say that earlier.
No, but that's awesome. That's one of your strengths in the sport, I would say. You're good at understanding the field, the drivers, expecting what to happen, and so on. So
of course,
it's part of being a rallycross driver.
Yeah, you know, being a rallycross driver, it's not exactly like other sports such as Formula One. Of course, it's the sport and we all want to win, but at the same time, it's a production, and that's what keeps all four wheels on the ground. That's what keeps you racing, is acknowledging the fact that it's a production, it's a show.
Yeah, but also I say rallycross is the MMA of motorsport. It has a mix of everything: drag race to the first corner, door-to-door racing, it's tarmac racing, rallying, jumps, gravel. It has it all.
But on top of that, it's the unpredictability. You know, as I just saw there, you can be leading one race, and then all of a sudden the other people around you, they can give you a kick to the knee, and you can be on the ground being pounded just as quickly.
Absolutely.
Ribeiro goes into the joke lap here with a lap to go. This is just to make sure he's covered off Comanche early, and in case he has any problems. Comanche not quite close enough to be able to apply pressure, and hasn't gone joker anyway, so Comanche and Kovacs will go. Comanche runs a little bit deep as he comes over the crest, so what about Tuma? Andreas, looking at back left Tuma, what can you see here? Is he going to, at 6.2 back, is he within range of Kovacs or not really?
He's very consistent, but his last lap he dropped over a second to the rest of the field, so I wonder if he's struggling with his tires or if he made a mistake. I know obviously it's pretty tight there, but it's going to be tight between Yorkie and Tuma for that second, third.
So this time into the joke lap with Comanche, in goes Kovacs. Watch for Tuma on the inside line. Can he steal a podium? I think maybe the time loss on that last lap was too much. Comanche is a little deep, but gets a lovely exit coming through. Oh, he had a crack at it, didn't he? Back left Tuma had a crack at Kovacs, but not quite. Checker flag for Ribeiro, second win of the season. Brilliant job by him. 1,000th up, having a clean sweep. Comanche gets P2, Kovacs gets P3. Back left Tuma, good effort, but no cigar this time. Görklis, what a shame. A spin there costing him big time. He's in that championship fight, remember, with Ribeiro. So Ribeiro here, great job with the TQ, just taking a few extra points and getting it done. Andreas Bakkerud's running down the hill to give double fist pumps to Comanche as he comes past the commentary position. That's fantastic. I love how into this you still are, Andreas. I really do. We walk past some of the smaller pit areas with less money, and Andreas, I love this. Look at the van and the tent, and I love the setup, and it's important.
Yeah,
if people making an effort, they're making an effort without all the money. You know,
without them, this would never happen.
Exactly. We wouldn't have.
Look at the bad start from Yorkie, all the way down to P6. Then he'd take to Jess here. Is that Tuma ahead of him?
No, Tuma's gone P2 here, so Tuma gets Görklis on the exit turn 3. Look at this. So Comanche then comes around the outside here of Kovacs, gets on the brakes inside. Lovely move.
And just for all of you that
are new, here, look, Görklis drops it here. So it's like you know in the.
He got a gift.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But it's Yorkie's home track, his home fans, family, friends.
He was so close to taking Ribeiro out, wasn't it?
It's so important for him to do well at this particular track.
Okay, it's a nice story, isn't it? When he got a bad start, everyone would have been gutted, and then as the doors open up.
When you, Patrick, race in Linden Hill, all your family, friends, sponsors, you know the pressure.
Yeah, it's a bit of pressure, but also it's a really, really nice feeling. You get that boost, that energy that you don't get anywhere else.
Yeah.
It's that nice feeling of having everyone around you, and it just gives you exactly what you want in a race weekend.
Great job by João Ribeiro, takes his second win of the season. Komachi P2 and Kovacs is P3. On then to Euro RX1, getting these cars out to the grid. This, of course, is the championship which Patrick O'Donovan, who is in the commentary box with myself, Andrew Coley, and Andreas Bakkerud, won last year. 4 qualifying sessions to decide the order for the semi-finals. Then only the top 3 from each go through. That gives us our 6 cars for the final. Top 3 on the podium. We've got a great championship fight going on. Yuri Belevsky at the moment leads from Mika Limitainen, but Limitainen is on the front row. Limitainen with Litvinovic. Litvinovic is there too. Litvinovic would love to take the win out of P2 down in Lousada and wants to take the win here.
Limitainen and Litvinovic been stable this weekend.
Can I just point out we've got 5 Audis in this final,
oh, wow,
and 1 Hyundai on the front row. So 1 Hyundai versus 5 Audis. Absolutely incredible. Right, we're getting ourselves ready. We're nearly good to go here. European Rallycross Championship Round 3 from Hungary 2025. Mika Limitainen on the front row with Damian Litvinovic alongside. Championship leader Yuri Belevsky. He's on row 2. He's won both rounds so far. Can he win here as well? Zoltan Konsek alongside him. Taras Karai, circuit owner, sponsor of this event. He's on the inside of row 3. Nils Volland in P6 on the grid. We're good to go.
I just want to add in one thing. They watered with Dustex the Joker lap, and from 7 to 10. It's getting a bit dusty out there. They watered off line.
So that'll keep the dust down, yeah.
Hopefully the driver spotters will tell them.
See, that's the sort of thing that Andreas is so good at the commentary thing. I'm sure he'll be good at the spot. See, look at that. It could be an Audi one-mate championship, but for the Hyundai on the front row. Can the Hyundai of Limitainen spoil the Audi party? Bit of smoke from Nils Volland's car in the background. That doesn't look good, but let's see if he can get away from the line. Limitainen on the front row. Belevsky and Konsek on row 2. Here we go. Limitainen gets the best start, definitely. Litvinovic goes backwards, gets run into from the back of the pack. Yuri Belevsky up to P2, Konsek goes P3, Nils Volland gets P4. It was Karai who ran into the back of Litvinovic. Terrible start for Litvinovic, and they come blasting past the competition now. Limitainen and Belevsky with Konsek in P3.
An absolutely bummer for the home hero, Thomas Karai here. I mean, I feel gutted for him, but all right.
And for Litvinovic as well. Litvinovic, I mean, there's nothing you can, Andreas, when you launch a 600 horsepower car like that and the car in front of you boxed to the point of stopping, there's nothing you can do. You've got nowhere to go.
No, he did the only thing you could do, drive straight into him.
Konsek, Litvinovic and Karai have all gone into the Joker, and look at that. Konsek has put wheels out in the dirt on the outside line. Wow, it's dusty out there now. Patrick, good decision or not from P3?
I would say it's a good decision. Try and get yourself a little bit of air so you can kind of come back down. Limitainen goes wide. Belevsky up the inside, gives him a bit of a touch.
Belevsky's gone sideways too. Belevsky Hosman. Limitainen gets back. Belevsky's in the barrier on the left-hand side. The championship leader might be out. Limitainen gets away with it. Nils Volland, who was smoking at the start, he's up in a P2 here.
Listen up, this is a big gift for Konsek, which is also from this area, from this region, driving for Tommy Karai. He's getting up there closer to Limitainen. That would be awesome to see a win from him this weekend. Excellent driver, cool guy. he is a legend.
Toppy was saying, wasn't he, really works hard. He absolutely loves it. He knows he's a gentleman driver, but he loves it. So can we see Limitainen take the win here? Belevsky, is
right
Belevsky come past or not, or is he out?
Konsek's in the window of winning this.
Belevsky's still parked underneath the competition. Thank you, Patrick. We're looking out double wave yellows. There he is, the championship leader. He's out of the race and out of the car on the side of the road.
Limitainen did a 46.5 in the previous lap, where Konsek did a 45.5, so catching up over a second on Limitainen. But let's see now, he still has 3 laps to push Limitainen.
Bumper coming off the back of Limitainen's car. Volland going very well. Wouldn't it be great to see Volland get a result here? He hasn't even made it through to the final this year. Another little over-rotation from Limitainen.
Half a second towards Konsek for the Joker predictor. Limitainen running a bit wide in the last corner. And Nils Volland is having an issue.
Yeah, Volland's on the go slow, so Konsek gets up the inside. Konsek, who's jokered, is up into P2, and Konsek, of course, remember, Hungarian driver. He's racing at home. Can he do the job here?
This is going to be a race for his life. Come on, Konček.
Yeah, absolutely. Limitainen trying to close down and will close down the championship points. Patrick, what are you seeing?
I think he's got him. I think Konček could have this. If he keeps his cool and keeps a really, really nice and tidy line now through the left-hander and does it again on the next lap, and the one after that, he might just get it, but needs to try and stay close. And he hopes...
No mistakes.
Topi Heikkinen has left him out. He has to leave Limitainen out because he doesn't have enough of a gap. We know that at the minute the Joker is around 3.8 seconds, so Limitainen's got him. The gap's gone up, so he takes 4/10 off Konček. It's going both ways. Volland is applying pressure to Konček.
Our commentator booth is just next door to Konček's team, and Tommy Karai, I can still hear them in the background. That's awesome.
They're all cheering and screaming. Go on, Patrick.
It's gone up again there. You can see Konček's lost out another 3/10 to Mika Limitainen. Limitainen, of course, being told to calm down. It's the final lap. He's coming down. He's going to take the Joker on this one.
Limitainen has to split right this time. The spotter's been onto him. He didn't have enough of a margin last time. One more lap to go. He's going to go for another lap, and he's run a little bit deep there. He goes for another lap. I might have gone then, but is it too tight on the margin? Too tight.
And Limitainen has a little bit more pace in his package compared with Konček. Konček is a little bit slower in that previous lap, lost 4/10 to Limitainen. Limitainen just did a 45.5, but Konček did a 45.7.
So gone up by 2/10. Watch the gap left side of the screen.
Big slide for Limitainen.
Oh, he holds on to it. Limitainen holds on to it.
He must have lost half a second there.
So 3/10 of a second was the gap. Andreas says it will lose a half second. Watch it, 3.5. The timing loop is underneath the track here.
He's pushing hard. He's pushing hard.
The gap. Here comes Konček in the background. It was 3.5. What's this? 2.9. Konček might get this. Limitainen goes Joker lap now. Konček coming down on the inside line. Hungarian driver racing home. Limitainen around the outside line gets the car in. Konček comes in. The crowd are going mad. The team next door are on their feet. Konček gets into the lead in the final corner. The red cauldron has gone off, and we have a Hungarian win at home in Nyirád. The noise is unbelievable here. Konček takes it. The team have gone mad.
I can see all of them here.
Oh, brilliant. They're going absolutely mad over here. Patrick O'Donnell's run down the back to give him a round of applause.
I want to see donuts.
Oh, amazing. Andreas has got to see the donuts too. I don't think they're going to see any, but we are going to see him come past us here. There he is. He's waving to his team as well. They're going absolutely mad here at Nyirád. I've never heard a noise like that, from a crowd. That was brilliant.
I helped that guy.
That was brilliant. Congratulations, guys. Congratulations. Oh,
that's
brilliant.
amazing. I love to see a homegrown hero win at his home soil. I mean, all credits to Mika there. He had it in his pocket, but did a little mistake that last lap.
I can't believe how accurate you were. 0.5.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah. And it's like, bang, 0.5.
I can't believe it.
Konček takes a Hungarian win in the European Rallycross Championship.
He's
that
a star.
photo, yeah,
it's awesome.
He will be so stoked. That's got to be his first win in the European Rallycross Championship, of course.
I'm telling you guys, like, he started late with Rallycross. That guy has so much talent.
Brilliant.
It's insane. It just shows everyone it's possible for everyone.
Here's the start. So,
oh, dude, I'm tired.
I'm knackered. I'm glad there's only one race left to go. I've got nothing left. Oh, wow. Limitainen. I feel for Limitainen. Yeah. Big push lap from Limitainen late in the race, but we're back at the start here now. Konček did well. What happened to Walewski? I can't even remember.
He had
on the exit of 3.
Here you go.
So Limitainen out wide, yeah? So is there contact between them?
Same happened with Fury yesterday. He can't straighten up that slide. He had an issue with the ALS yesterday.
So is that broken steering? It's a broken steering arm on Walewski, from the contact. But again, no matter, for me, that's a racing incident, Patrick.
I'm tired.
I'm tired too. I would say definitely a racing incident. Of course, really, really unlucky and just probably a bit of a freak accident there for Yuri Walewski. But at the same time, he was the one that hit him, so he got bit by his own contact.
Oh, here we go. The Joker accident. Oh my God, he's going to be having the biggest party ever.
All the team have gone now for next door. I wish you guys at home, I hope you could hear the noise in the stadium because that was wonderful.
I was planning to go to Budapest tonight, but I think I might be staying at the track.
Oh, that was brilliant. I can't tell you how good the atmosphere. This is why I love my job. And
I think tonight they'll be singing Palinka, Palinka,
That was brilliant. The noise just went when the merge came and you hear the place go up. You know when you hear any sport, when a football team scores or whatever, and with it being a cauldron and everybody facing in, that was brilliant, wasn't it?
That was awesome.
Only a few moments in my career doing this where you hear the noise from the crowd. Often, particularly we're wearing the cans, we hear the cars and stuff. When you hear the crowd and you're wearing the cans, over the noise of supercars, it's like Get in!
Yeah. And I must say, big up to Mikael Immonen.
Yeah, totally.
He did a flawless weekend until the final. He did 2-3 big mistakes, kind of like you did yesterday.
Yeah.
And he threw it away. He needs to take learning from it. You know, he had the pace. He should have just like calmed down 2%.
On the plus side, he took 3 points off looking in qualifying look from Belevsky.
Yeah.
So that would have brought the gap down from 14 to 11. Then Belevsky's gone out in this one, so it's...
And then he TQ'd.
Patrick, you were looking at the numbers, weren't you, and thinking, is it going to be... Yeah, the 3 points was for the TQ. It depends on the points here.
I think
so
it's
what's
very, very tight.
Oh, we're going to look at the championship standings. Good. That means I don't have to do live maths. Fire those bad boys in. Where's the graphic for the championship standings? Hit me. Belevsky's on the trailer. Yuri Belevsky leads, but only by 4 points. The leaders come down by 10 here in Hungary. Mikael Immonen's P2. If he got the P1, he might rue that merge there. But Litvinovic remains in P3. Volland P4. So that's Volland is up. What was Volland's result? Trying to think. Where did Volland finish? There was so much going on at the front.
Yeah.
I don't even know who came third.
He had an issue.
Okay, there we go. World Rallycross coming up. We're pretty empty here, but we'll raise the game. We've got one more in us. Right, let's get ourselves going then. FIA World Rallycross Championship, round 3 from Hungary. Massive thanks, Patrick O'Donovan, for joining us. One of the best races of the season, that Euro final.
I got so much goosebumps in that final, dude.
That's why I love it. That's why I love it. It's wonderful, isn't it?
I know you shouldn't root for anyone and stuff like that, but you know, I feel for a homebound hero.
So do I. I would always say
cool
that.
Guy. I mean, not very strong in English. He's saying often like, yes, very, very nice.
But he'll be saying that today.
He's awesome.
Incredible stuff here from Hungary for round 3 of European and World Rallycross. This, of course, is the last race of the weekend.
Oh, I see Clara. She's telling herself, come on now, come on now.
Focused and good to go. 6 cars in this. It's our busiest race for World RX. We've got 1 internal combustion machine in there. There he is, Juha Rukkanen at the back. We're not allowed favourites being commentators, but we love the noise. I have to say, very much enjoyed the European final there. I need to watch it back to figure it out. Here we go. Johan Kristoffersson on the pole. Can he take his second win of the season? Got the last one at Höljes. Or will it be Niklas Gronholm who takes his second win? Can he retain the championship lead? Ola Christian Baby on row 2, Clara Anderson on row 2 as well. So the 2 teammates both able to play rear gunner for each other. Timmy Hansen said to Andreas Bakkerud earlier, I will pick up the pieces in turn 1, and Juha Rukkanen will look to do the same for the internal combustion crew. And of course for his team and his hopes, PGRX.
Everyone remembers last year's carnage. Are we going to see the same?
We'll find out in about 10 seconds time.
Here we go.
Marshall looks across. Silence from the electric cars, but Rukkanen will bring the noise at the back of the pack. Wait for the lights to come on and he'll start his launch sequence in the Hyundai. There it is. The echoing anti-lag. Can he get round the outside? We know the electric cars are good off the line. It's a great start on the front row. Very even indeed between Gronholm. Anderson looks to back in, and OC Baby's up the inside here of Gronholm. So as he got through, OC Baby gets past Gronholm. Timmy Hansen might be able to get through as well. Gronholm needs to stay on the outside here. He gets collected, put in the wall there. Rukkanen comes through. Gronholm drops down to P6. That is an absolute disaster for Gronholm.
Yeah, absolutely. He got rammed into
Clara into him as well. Clara into the side. Nothing she could do there. So teammate into teammate. Niklas is at the back of the pack.
The hard thing here in Nyirád is when you're on the outside, there's not much you can do. The train is coming on your left, and here we see both the CED team car going to the joker, which I think is a mistake from Niklas.
What a shocker. That's a real shame. The team might have called it, of course, and he's had a disastrous start. So you want to be in there. They've got to tidy it up now and close the gap as much as they can. Rukkanen's up to P4, Hansen's up to P3, 1-2 for KMS, so keep an eye on those lap times. You're on board there with Rukkanen. Here he comes now up the hill.
It's going to be interesting now to see if Ola Christian can open the game towards Clara and Timmy there, Johan as well. I feel that Johan has already got his 1.5 second gap. He looks stable as no tomorrow.
Super cool from them in the start. Like you say, it was when you were out, Andreas, we had Litvinovic in here from Euros, and he said to me, I'm on second on the grid, he said, and to be honest, I would have preferred P3.
Yeah.
I prefer the inside. And if you look at what Baby was able to do there, basically by shutting the door to everyone, including Niklas, completely legally.
Clara just came ahead of Johan Ritkonen in the Joker X.
Come on.
But, he's splitting now Clara and Niklas.
So Clara Anderson has had 3 podiums. Could she get another one here? Her best finish, of course, is P2, and I think unless something shocking happens up front.
Johan Kristoffersson just set another track record with a 45.0, fastest we've seen all weekend.
44.0 is absolutely ludicrous, isn't it? What was it before we came here? Was
44, I don't know.
44 slower than that.
Yeah.
So
Christian, 44.4, which is very, very competitive.
Timmy Hansen, 44.5 as well. So do you remember the Hansen said they were going to do something to try and turn the car around? They said they might go back to the 2018 philosophy of setup. Yeah, we're talking about going back 6-7 years in terms of setup. Niklas is now applying pressure to Ritkonen from the competition. We can see that, but out front, the top 3 are separated by 3 seconds. Look at that, 2 Finns attacking big time.
Yeah, it was much Niklas could have done the first lap there, up the gears through turn 3 into turn 4. Niklas is on the charge.
So the 2 KMS cars out in front. Timmy Hansen goes Joker, so this is to cover off Clara Anderson in the background. Watch for Clara on the inside line. Looking at this, I think Timmy's going to get this done easily enough.
Yeah, he did a 44.7 in his previous lap, where Clara did 45.5. So clearly Timmy's figured out something and is more back up to speed.
Yeah, they found something with that car, haven't they, for sure. Clara Anderson in P4 then, so looking like she won't manage to get the podium, but we have seen quite a lot of surprising things happen so far this weekend.
I must say the excitement of the Euro RX1 final was so high, so I expected more from the RX1 final here in World Rallycross.
Having had the great pleasure doing this for a long time, it's even harder if you have incredible semi-finals and then everyone goes into championship mode in the final. Like, come on guys, we want to finish the show with a massive crescendo.
Let's see OC is trying to cover up
Timmy Hansen. I think you'll get there. So OC Baby coming out in front. Wow. I mean, this is just a demonstration run. I
must say, OC Baby went quicker than Johan in lap 3. So that's something Johan would...
you won't like that.
Put his head down from now till Kimi ring.
Even if he takes the win, won't he?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Could not have been close. You could read the word electric off the rear-facing camera there of Ritkonen, and that was contact between them. Gronholm, he's desperate to find a way through and just take a championship point into turn 2. And he must have nerfed him there, surely. They come past commentary now. Ritkonen under massive pressure from Gronholm. Into the Joker lap goes Johan Kristoffersson. He's got easily enough of a gap over his teammate OC Baby. We'll get these guys over the line, then we'll head back to that fight. See whether or not Gronholm can nick it from Ritkonen. Kristoffersson coming round the final corner here. Brilliant stuff. Dominated Höljes in the wet. Dominates here in Hungary in the dry. Kristoffersson, the 7-time champion, is back on form. OC Baby takes P2. You're on board with Kristoffersson now. Timmy Hansen crosses the line for 3rd, and in the background, Ritkonen still under pressure, holds the inside line. Clara Hansen gets 4th. Unfortunately for Niklas Gronholm, the championship leader, he is in P6. Andreas Bakkerud has just jumped on a bike with a microphone and he's riding down to the podium to do the interviews. What a legend. So he's flat out down there. Johan waving out of the tiny little air vent window that they have as he comes up and takes the applause of the marshals and the fans here in Hungary. They've been treated to some amazing weather and amazing racing, and a Hungarian win in the European Championship as well, which, yeah, brilliant stuff. The atmosphere is incredible. So Johan parking himself down at the #1 spot in park firmly, which he's so used to. OC Baby in P2. Pulling out the comms leads and getting themselves out of the car. I'm trying to see if I can catch anyone on the way out the spotters tower, but I'm afraid most of the people that are leaving are not looking over the moon, which is understandable. They've got the results they want. So Johan has, though, high 5s, high 10s for him and OC Baby. Great banter between these two, and a 1-2 is a fantastic job by them. Johan Kristoffersson takes his 2nd win in a row, his 2nd win of the season, and it's a 1-2 for the KMS squad. OC Baby, that's his second podium. He's third in Lousada, he's second here in Hungary. Timmy Hansen, been on the podium at every event. Second in Lousada, third in Höljes, third here in Hungary. So Timmy, the 2019 champion, doing a brilliant job of trying to hang on in there. Clara Anderson, great result in P4. That is Clara's best result of the season so far. Juha Rukkanen in 5th with the highest place internal combustion engine, and Niklas Gronholm is in P6. That's a shame for him because I think it's going to see the championship lead change hands. I'm being joined by Kevin Hansen. Thank you so much, mate, because I've just sent Andreas Bakkerud down on a bike to on a bike down to the
I met
podium.
him. Yeah, he was like, "Go to the studio." I was like, "I'm on my way."
Andreas shouted at you. That's so good. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. Okay, so the one finger is up for Kristoffersson. It's a familiar pose. It is. What is it? It's win number 60. No, sorry, it's win number 47 for Johan Kristoffersson, and he is with Andreas Bakkerud now.
Another clean sweep, Johan. How many are you up to now?
I don't know. You were the first one, I know that.
That was what I was going to say next. No matter how many records you hold, I still have that one record still to have in my name. But another flawless weekend here in Nyirád. What do you bring from this weekend?
Yeah, I think a fantastic weekend for us. I mean, I was a little bit curious coming here. Obviously, we had a wet Höljes and then coming here, and most of the time here, or 2 times I've been here, and all the races I've seen, it's mostly dry here. So, yeah, we were very happy with the dry pace. Was struggling a little bit in FP1, FP2, but then we kind of find our way and improve the car during the weekend. So, yeah, massive result for the team, 1-2. So, yeah, we are very, very happy.
You now lead the World Rallycross Championship again, this time with 7 points down to Niklas. What are you going to do between now and Finland?
Yeah, that's nice news, of course. But yeah, it's difficult when all the points are handed out in the final. I mean, Niklas had a great weekend up until the final, and yeah, probably I buy new glasses because I dropped them on the floor now, and then we hopefully see us in Finland.
Thank you, Johan, and congrats.
Thank you.
Let's take a look at the championship standings after round 3 of the FIA World Rallycross Championship. Johan Kristoffersson has taken the lead from Niklas Gronholm. He's got a 7-point lead. Timmy Hansen, look, is just 10 points off the back of Niklas. Then it's Ola Christian Baby, Juha Rukkanen P5, Kevin Hansen P6, Clara Anderson P7, and Patrick O'Donovan P8. So we're going to go down to Andreas Bakkerud, who I'm guessing will be with our P2 driver, OC Baby.
Yeah, I'm down here with fellow Norwegian Ola Christian Baby. Congrats on P2, and you did beat Johan today in lap 4. How's the feeling?
It's always nice, the small things you can beat him on, you know. But what a weekend for the team. Very nice to be back. You know, Höljes was a disappointment for me, you know, but having some troubles with the car there, and nowadays it's sorted. And yeah, I had a good feeling this weekend. For sure, Johan is Johan, and he's a tough one to beat, but yeah, sometimes we are there and able to push him a bit. So that was an intense final, especially that second corner. I was pushed in the rear, so I was a bit surprised, or I was a bit, you know, surprised there. And I was like, no, I'm gonna be passed here. But I think Timmy was nice there and just let me go. Yeah, really good for team 1 and 2. Great for the championship in both of team championship and also the drivers championship. So a good weekend.
Thank you very much, Ola Christian.
Thank you.
OC giving the nod there that he is very hard to beat, isn't he? That's why he's got the number 1 on his car. For the 7th time, will it be 8 at the end of this year? Andreas Bakkerud is now with Timmy Hansen, who got 3rd place here in Hungary.
That's correct. I'm here with Timmy Hansen. You ended up P3 in the final, but not only that, you had much more pace than we have seen throughout the weekend.
I think we put new tires on for the semi and final, but also I've risked my life through every corner out there. I think, you know, the high speed over the jump, the car's so nervous. I just don't brake, like a pitch into the corner, dead close to the wall, dead close to the outside. Like, oh, it's like I'm risking my life at every corner. And
can I ask you one thing? How cool is this track here in Nyirád when you're pushing maximum to the limits?
It's freaking scary. I've been shitting my pants, you know, through this race. No, but that's everything, absolutely everything.
Sorry, the language there.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, excuse me. No, I've been giving it absolutely everything, and I think P3 is more than we should have had. But we played the cards right, and I gave it you know, as I've said, everything. And I'm so proud of the boys. They're giving me, you know, a solid car. Congrats to the KMS guys. You know, they built a fantastic race car. It's incredibly fast. Both Johan and OC are incredibly good drivers. 1-2 for them today is very cool. But for P3 for me, it feels like a win. I'm really happy and I'm going to celebrate.
Thank you very much, Timmy. You're now currently P3 in the World Rallycross Championship. You must be pleased with that.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'm not. Johan is leading, I suppose. So we got two races without him leading. It was a nice for a change, but now he's back on top. But I'm gonna be chasing Niklas. He's looked so strong this year so far. It's very hard to beat. They've also, you know, built a really good race car. We'll see what we can do for the rest of the season. But I'm a fighter. I'm gonna fight.
Thank you, Timmy.
Thank you.
I hope you guys enjoyed that. That's two of the greatest rivals in this sport having a bit of banter. Timmy swearing, Andreas apologising immediately afterwards. Timmy set his targets on Niklas, and I think that's because he probably feels like your son Johan is maybe getting a bit out of reach. Tommy Kristoffersson and Kevin Hansen, thank you so much for joining us. Tommy, first of all, a 1-2 for the team. Incredible result, and Timmy, very gracious there as well about it.
No, it feels really, really good. I mean, we have good pace and we are good all the way to the final, but nothing is decided until we have the final. So, I mean, the thing in front of that is only some work have to be done. So, but it's good because guys really deserve it. I mean, like Timmy say and Andreas, and also that we put in a lot of effort in building the cars and do a lot of homework. Still, if we are in a good position now, we still continue to work hard, and we spend a lot of time develop the car, and also with the drivers, they spend a lot of time to see where they can gain and really help each other out. And I'm especially grateful for Ole Christian today, because he has been a little bit unlucky and a little bit not just get it right, but now he finally at the podium, and to do the 1-2 is, I mean, it's amazing. I think all team dream to have 1-2 sometimes during a season, and now we have our turn to have it this time, so that's great.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. Andreas Bakkerud's just back. Andreas, grab this position here and we'll get you in. Kevin, a great result for Timmy to get P3. I know you'll be gutted that you weren't in the final. We thought the pace from Timmy looked good. I know what you said about his pants.
He's an expert now, isn't he?
Yeah, I know. what you said about his pants. So he's obviously, the car's a bit more nervous to drive. Yeah. But have you found something with regard to pace? Because you guys said you were going to turn the car upside down. You went a different way, or no?
Yeah, we did. First of all, congrats to Tommy and everyone there. And like everyone said, they work really hard and they deserve to have good results with that they put in. So
well said,
mate. Big congrats to them. And it's frustrating when you're not in their position, because we are behind. But
I know the feeling, because I in 2018. I was behind Johan the most. I had second place, and he had all the first place trophies. So when they posted a photo of all their trophies, I was like, oh, I have the rest of it, you know.
But honestly, I was behind Kenneth all my career, so I know exactly the feeling. So welcome back.
That's why he's fighting so hard to change it around.
Exactly.
He's seen enough of the Hansen.
I love the generational stuff behind about Kenneth. It's just brilliant. We're so lucky with this sport. We're so lucky to have these guys here. We're going to take a look back at the highlights from that one. So let's have a look at this. Okay, so yeah, replays from the final up towards turn one. Watch for Niklas on the outside here. OC Baby got the inside. Tommy, what were you calling on the spotters at this moment, or was that just a pre-planned thing?
No, I was just quiet, because you never know how the corner two ended up. So I was happy Johan was in front. I was concentrated on him, and I give him only that they have a gap backwards. So, but you know, with these two corners, you never know what happened.
So Gronholm, unfortunately, look at this, ended up right out wide in the dirt. Look at the visibility at the back of the pack. Gronholm, look, he's on the right-hand side here. Everybody runs deep, and he ends up literally in the wall.
Not much he could have done. I mean, when you get two wheels on the dirt as well, you know, it's shafted.
Kevin, were you up in the spotters tower for that, or were you down in the paddock?
I was waiting like an angel down at the pre-grid, hoping for my luck to win the final.
Oh, man, so as the reserve driver.
Exactly, but I was looking down there, and it was, after the decision with Patrick, with me and Timmy, they already decided it was okay to push like that in turn 2 and pass. You can see that was expected in the final. It would be carnage, it would be shoving, it would be really tight action in that turn 2.
Look at that as well. We cut to this onboard. I was like, what's that? And then I realised it was the word across the front of Niklas's car, right up behind. But absolutely incredible stuff from these two drivers. As say, OC rightly saying that Johan's hard to beat, but so tidy. Johan Kristoffersson across the line to take his second win of the year. Rukkanen and Gronholm, the two Finns, having a decent decent battle in the background, but unfortunately that dropping down to the back of the grid has meant that Niklas Gronholm has lost the championship lead to Johan Kristoffersson after Johan takes his second win of the year. Right, we're down the podium then. Podium time for these guys. P3 for Timmy Hansen, P2 for OC Baby. And then onto the top step of the podium for the 47th time. Johan Kristoffersson straight to Timmy Hansen, his teammate OC Baby. Great stuff. Johan is up there on the top. I think it'll be national anthem time, at which point, the trophies first. So Tommy, you must be incredibly proud of him. I know you're team boss and team owner and blah, 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 but that's your son.
I'm also a father.
Yeah.
No, I am, because I've been in the circus by myself. I know how tough it is, and I know also, and I see also, because I have a lot of other drivers in other series, and I see all the effort that Johan put into it. He's really working very hard, and don't give everything for nothing just because he's in top position. So
national anthem.
Great song.
National anthem, yeah, wonderful, Tommy. That must be your favourite song, isn't it?
Yes, running and repeat on Spotify every day.
And Kevin, that's got to be a favourite song of yours too.
Yeah, exactly. And also for Petter Solberg today in the WRC, the first Swedish driver to win the WRC race for 28 years. So it was about time. Yeah, so great anthem for Sweden today.
Absolutely fantastic. Yeah.
I must say, Johan Kristoffersson today again flawless. I mean, that pace, all the starts, especially Q1 yesterday, I think was the biggest win for him personally. Staying P2, Clara on the inside, knowing that Clara's reaction time is bang on. I think he did the job there, which was needed throughout the whole weekend.
So we get I can hear Tierney in the background.
I felt like I could hear Cuba as well.
You probably could. Timmy's gone off. Okay, it's the P1, P2 shot. Okay, well, it's great stuff from then. Here's Timmy back for his photo as well. So who's your tyre capture, everybody? Thanks to them. Tyre partner for the World Rallycross Championship, Karai Trans World RX of Hungary. Another great weekend, and we've had fun here in the studio.
Yeah.
Wonderful stuff from World. Tommy, did you hear the noise here when the Hungarian lad took the win in the European Championship?
Yeah. I dream about Höljes about that, because that is how it sounds when you're in Höljes. I must say it's a fantastic event. I think it's great to see this atmosphere around the track and all the fans and everything. This is what we need, and this is what we really love, and this was the aim for the future. I mean, we need to get more cars, we need to get it raced. We have a fantastic product. I mean, this is the best motorsport you can ever agree about. So we have everything, but we just have to get the airplane to lift.
Yes, we do. We do. And it did, it lifted before. It was flying pretty high for a number of years. We've had a little touch now. We're running along the runway.
Some turbulence.
But yeah, we've had some, that's a good way. We had some turbulence, but we're going to go again. I believe, and I know everybody believes we can get this championship back to where it belongs.
What is KMS doing in between Nyirád and Finland, which is the next event to prep?
We don't know really. There is some options. We have some ideas, and I cannot say more than that. But there is some, not particularly rallycross, but there is something else. We try to find something else on top of what we are doing in rallycross with Johan, and also a bit Ole Christian. So we have some ideas, and we have some tests and things coming up for Johan. So we'll see.
All right, we'll see. We're talking to Finland. Let's take a look at the calendar for the rest of the year. We've done the first 3 rounds, of course. World RX of Portugal, Lousada, which went the way of Niklas Gronholm. Johan Kristoffersson won in the torrential rain of Höljes in Sweden, and again here in Nyirád in Hungary. The Kumi Ring is August the 23rd to 24th, so you've only had to wait 2 weeks between Höljes and Nyirád, but you'll have to wait slightly longer before we get to Kumi Ring. And then we're going down to Istanbul Park for round 5. TBA for round 6, the season finale. Keep your eyes peeled, of course, on World RX's social media, and that will tell you where and when we're heading. Right, that's about it from us here. Before we've got it. We've got a minute or so left on the show.
You can just hear the fans go crazy for the Hungarian Euro RX.
Of course, they're down the podiums now.
That final was epic. I got so much goosebumps when watching. Obviously,
there
I was working.
Listen. Oh, listen to this.
És akkor most a győztes tiszteletére hallgassuk meg a magyar himnuszt.
He feels almost embarrassed.
The Hungarian national anthem at Hungary. What a job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Incredible.
Right, we've got to wrap up here from Hungary, and we're going to take a look back at some of the action from the rest of the weekend. Tommy, congratulations! Thank you for joining us. Andreas, amazing job this weekend, mate. Thank you so much, Kevin. Thank you.
Well done, Andrew.
Thank you to everyone in the paddock who comes and joins us here in the commentary box. It's such an honour to have such wonderful guests and such a brilliant sport to commentate. It really is. Round 3 of FIA World RX done and dusted. We've seen some brilliant action here. Andreas Bakkerud, have you enjoyed yourself again in the comms box?
Very much. I mean, it's been hot. It's been hot. I've sunburned my legs. It's been hot.
First world problems.
Yeah, but it's been awesome, especially that Euro RX1 final. Goosebumps. Yorkie in the RX3. Johan, flawless weekend. Niklas getting pushed and squeezed wide. Nothing he could have done. It was an awesome weekend.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant stuff. Wonderful racing throughout the categories. It's been super close. We hope you guys at home have enjoyed the fact you can watch every single session of Euro RX3, Euro RX1, and of course the FIA World Rallycross Championship live and free. This championship is on the right path. We're going to get ourselves back to where we were, and I hope you enjoyed some absolutely amazing races. This man, the 7-time champion, is back on the top step. Finland up next in a few weeks' time. We'll see you there.